I am Omar Krieg. This is the Krieg Dominion. Welcome, my friends. Finally, I get these face-hugging bastards and Rodance back together at one time in one place, virtually. Finally. It took quite a bit of face-hugger wrangling. Xenomorphs were definitely hurt in the process of getting these people back together. But
It took so long, in fact, that my camera works now.
yeah, that's almost a surprise in and of itself. Yes. All good? Yeah. Okay. All right, my kid got his soda. We're all good on that front. Let me pull up my notes though before I start rambling and go way off topic. This is episode 27 against a Sea of Troubles of our Beyond the Frontier and Alien RPG campaign. I am joined, of course, by Rodance, Luke, and Kane. I'm going to go slightly off key and give these guys 2 whole minutes to run their mouths about whatever they want. They all have to do it together though at the same time. Okay, so they're going to talk all over each other. You may not be able to make out anything they say, and the only words you might hear might be things like, I hate Omar, he's an asshole. But that's okay. If I hear that for two whole minutes, I can live with that. And your 2 minutes begins now.
I'm really looking forward to Thursday. It's by session zero for Twilight 2000, a brutal hellscape of survival and cannibals where I will see if I can kill Omar at least once every session.
At least once
I'm
every session? Fuck you, buddy. I made it
I'm
through.
trying, I'm thinking about all the crazy things that are going on, and I've been talking to different people in my orbits to come up with new, interesting, and creative ways to kill Omar. I have a boat nerd guy. He works in a shipyard and he's fully autistic about shit that floats and even shit that doesn't float, just if it's water related. So I can come up with every possible unlikely and horrifying maritime incident that I could possibly jam in to whatever specific part of the boat Omar's on. And then
We
I
haven't even
have
we haven't even made characters, and he's already plotting my maritime themed demise. This is the
And
scary
then I have
part.
another friend in a personal orbit who's very involved in bioterrorism. Let's just say
Jesus.
bioterrorism because it violate nuclear weapon exchange.
Yeah.
Why would they not use chemical and biological
Yeah,
weapons,
again,
right?
I think the theme for tonight is go big or go home. So if you go
So
nuclear, you might as well go
yeah.
bio.
Exactly. So I got to make sure I got all my interesting bio threats. And so I've got my library of symptoms and timelines because I'm not going to tell you, oh, you failed a roll and you have death. I'm going to be like, oh, you have a scratchy throat. And then, the next day, they'll be like, give me another save. Oh, man, you got a runny nose. Too bad it's kind of red. Just kind of do it that way until you decide that maybe you shouldn't be around the others, or maybe you should just start your secondary. Who knows? We'll figure it out together
This
vigorously
the
every
scary part
session.
about that is
And that
biological.
is 2 minutes.
Yeah. The scary part about that, as a caveat before we transition out, the scary part about all that is one thing I remember from my time in the military is while nuclear and chemical warfare are incredibly terrifying, biological is far more deadly in the ways that you can't detect it right away. By the time you know
Oh
there's a
god.
biological threat, it's too late.
Dude, biochemical
Mhm.
shit is fucking terrifying.
Yes. Yeah. I thought tear gas was annoying. It's super scary. And that was the lightest of the fucking potential problems you could experience if you get gassed. Let me introduce you to
Oh
my
man.
friend named Saren.
So many
It's not
horrifying
even a
things.
visible gas.
Yeah, no, no.
And the game takes place in Poland,
Yeah. Where all
in,
this
in,
shit will
in an Eastern
absolutely
Bloc
take place.
country. So they
Oh
dropped it
my.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Previously on Beyond the Frontier, Octavia got a new leg, rather. Though the initial results weren't the most promising, time will tell how well she adjusts to the new limb. Some resolution was made regarding who attacked Dudge. Turns out it was Davor Coblins, the ship's mechanic. However, the true reason has not yet been revealed. At the same time, background investigations into both Dudge and Coblin's personal histories have turned up a few clues, but still as yet nothing definitive for a motive. Following some of that drama, or perhaps concurrent to it, Octavia and Heath baked a cake. These words I can't believe I ever actually would have said out loud, except for the part where I wrote this. But regardless, they made a cake, making a grand show of making a mess in order to distract people from what Octavia was really doing. Shocker. Get out of here with him. Get out of here. Get out of here. What was on my desk? Where was I? What Octavia? Jesus, I tried to pet the cat and he just about bolted on me. What's it say? Something about hacking. Yes, of course. Shocker that Octavia was trying to hack shit. And the cake was actually just a part of a ploy to reconcile with Nina, her sister. This is partially or positively resolved, but the mood, while elevated, is soured by the word from Captain Matt Warren that one of the SEVs have missed multiple check-ins, and the team is about to be dispatched on what seems like a rescue mission. And of note, Hamida is greatly concerned about the Chimato no Kami, the other SEV, because her sister is an engineer on that ship. We begin more or less as we left off, with a bit of a mission briefing. Matt has called the crew together since half the crew was already in the mess hall. He's like, you know what, let's just get everybody else in here. And he plays this recording that he has received not long before. It is, of course, Gaius. And as I recall, Gaius and Matt are pretend, best friends now? But the recording says the following. I'm sad to report that we have lost contact with your sister ship, the UNCSS Chimato no Kami, under Captain Kurisu Ichiro. They had been ordered to survey KOI 2702.07, a gas giant with 2 moons possibly suitable for colonization. I am sending a Throop rescue ship, but you are more likely by far to get there first. Your orders are to proceed there immediately, find and assist the Chimato and her crew should they need help, complete the surveys of the 2 moons. I assume you understand how this works. The moons are called Azizo and Arzu. From the preliminary scans, Azizo is a sub-Earth-sized planet, probably low gravity, but with significant surface water. Arzu, on the other hand, is a super-Earth, probably has high gravity, and is much drier. Colonization recommendations for both. Please, good luck, Solovetsky Island, and give my regards to Captain Kurisu when you find him. And then Matt just gives you guys a moment to let that process and answer any questions that you may or may not have. Because as I recall, I'm playing Matt.
I thought this fleet had a rescue group.
It is. It's the Throops. We're doing the Star Trek thing, where your ship is the only one in the quadrant.
Yeah, I'm just in character. Pike is just being like, I thought there was a rescue group. Not looking for an answer, just sort of like, just saying what everyone's thinking, like, why the fuck us and not the people who are paid to do this?
Yeah, we are woefully underarmed for this.
Speak for yourself.
Hmm.
Hey, you stop scratching up my carpet, you little bastard.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he just told me when he looked away.
No.
He gets in this, like, he starts stretching, and then sometimes he starts kind of clawing at the carpet. And I'm like, no, stop that. Yes. Anyways. Yep, the floor is yours. Whatever you want to get into. There's cake. I feel like there's still cake bits everywhere from the mess, and now the actual cake with the candles that have been blown out. No, I don't think we did candles, but
Pike is gonna leave the cooking apron on while he's just seated there, so he's
shirtless otherwise, though, right?
Yeah, we gotta get the shirtless in.
Yeah.
So he's otherwise shirtless. He's just got like batter and flour all over himself while he's being super serious.
What a comical sight! This elemental-sized human being wearing no shirt but an apron, with a rolling pin going. I thought we had rescue ship for that. I don't know where the Russian came from, but it felt appropriate for the image.
Yeah. I was imagining more the icing bag for that one.
But, oh yeah, that would work too.
So the other,
I'm imagining Nina forgiving him, but Finn sitting there being super, super pissed.
I mean, I gave Finn a concussion. It's going to take a lot more than that for him to forgive me.
It's going to take a little bit more than cake to get Finn to come back around.
Yeah.
He still likes soup.
I do want to reiterate, as per the previous bit, when the Chimato is mentioned, it is noticeable that Hamida is I'm not going to say distraught, but she's visibly concerned as to the well-being of her sister. In fact, she actually asked the captain, like, any word about Alice? And, of course, Warren has no response for her, other than, I know this is literally all I know. We're going to start we need to start getting ready to move out.
It's the same class ship we are, right?
Yes,
Same
it's
configuration?
exactly the same.
What's the crew complement? How many people are assigned?
The same number of people you have. I didn't put a number of crew members in there,
I'm
but
trying. I'm
There-
trying to suddenly math in my head.
yeah, yeah, I am as well.
Oh no!
I know because I know
oh
you
god,
guys
the
have like
DoD's getting in the way of my single-digit math right now.
you guys have
Like 12 people.
1, 2,
That
3, 4,
seems
5,
right.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The two
Oh,
androids.
Yes,
So you
12
guys, so
plus
they
two
have like
androids don't count.
no, but they
That was a
also have
guess.
two androids. I mean, this is one of those things that would be known is that there are the two androids. Those working Joes are on each of the 4 SCVs, and then the typical crew complement is roughly 10, 8 to 10. It varies, and not every ship has the exact same kind of loadout, and especially in your guys' case, somewhat custom, especially because of this massive clown. I mean, former warrior. I don't know. I don't know what he is anymore.
He looks like a clown right now.
He definitely looks like a clown. If anybody was to kill you with an icing bag, it would be Pike. I have to admit that much.
Mm. And it wouldn't be
Uh,
pleasant.
No, it would be painful. It would be horrifying to go out by death by icing bag. I don't think that would go well.
Pike looks over at Finn and says, "Do we have the life support to support 12 more people?"
I mean, that's a bold assumption that we're gonna need to push out that much life support, but I suppose we can make it work if it's a short stretch.
We don't have cryo for that though, do we?
Oh, that's a problem. Well, let's hope their ship is in one piece and functioning. I guess that would be even more important.
Or at least their life support. Or
Well,
their
the
cryo
rescue squad is supposed to get there after us, so I suppose if the hardware's failed and there's survivors, then we'll just have to keep fucking put until somebody with cryo can show up.
Yeah, Matt kind of cuts in.
Yeah.
He's like, well, the way I'm seeing this is we'll go out there, find out what's going on, send a report back. And if they need more assistance than what we can provide, we're there to keep them going long enough for Throop to show up, and then we just kind of hand them off. We'll finish the survey if it comes down to that. Matt, his sudden team player mentality.
Mm.
He kind of looks around. He's like, any other questions? All right, cool. I'm going to grab some of that cake, though, Mike, and you're not going to stop me. When he says it, yeah, at first it
No,
sounds
Kev,
a little sarcastic, but then you remember maybe you owe him something. Just because there's a little extra sudden, like, just right at the end, a little extra edge in his voice. You're like, yeah, I do owe him something.
like I let that man shoot me. What else can I owe him? He almost fucking killed me.
So yeah, he'll go grab a slice, and then Finn is going to start heading up to the ship along with, actually, I don't think Dutch is in here, but, well, I mean, he did call the whole crew, so people are starting to break up. Like, people grab some cake, and I imagine people are, like, grabbing a slice of cake on those little itty-bitty paper plates with the plastic forks, and they're walking off, eating it as they go. The Working Joes are going to file a complaint. There's an awful lot of tiny paper plates all over the ship with no reason.
Well, they're bipedal Roombas. They'll just fucking clean it up.
That's fair.
Good to know that in future space 80s, there's still single-use plastics.
Hell yeah.
There's even more
Hell
single-use
yeah.
plastic. Come on. Nobody
just
wants to
shit-
do dishes.
You're gonna shit that out in space. Of course they're gonna have disposable junk everywhere.
God, you think microplastics are a problem now? Wait until that shit clogs up your ventilation system. Gets into the electrical
God.
wiring. That shit's gonna be everywhere, brother. Alright, what do we want to do? You do have a little bit of time before you need to get all cryoed out. So if there's anything you want to get into, any scenes you want to have, this is the time.
I wonder who's going to be the ground team when we can't find the ship.
I actually do go track down Kane on the side, specifically where other people can't see us.
Go for it. Dude.
Probably. You can grab me on the way to the showers. I've got cake everywhere.
He probably does. Like in whatever he has for hair, because I recall he has some really short hair right now.
Yeah, he did the give everyone PTSD by cutting his beard and giving himself his high and tight again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He
So
looks
you
like
could probably
Supermarine.
you can catch him in the hallway on the way to the shower.
Oh, she muted.
And then the mute.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. My headset disconnected and reconnected.
No worries.
Okay. Well, welcome
Okay.
back.
Okay. Yeah, so I heard about the Kane has short hair, and then that's where my headset cut out.
Oh, you didn't really miss much other than you
Okay.
could probably
Oh,
just
yeah,
catch him on the way to the shower.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
being derpy.
Okay, so yes, I would specifically track you down because I did hack a bunch of information, and apparently we have somebody whose family members are on ice when they're not supposed to be. Because I remember that specifically.
Hmm.
So Dudge's the one got beaten. His family, his wife and kids are still on ice, and were not woken up when he was. For Coblin's, I got a crap ton of information, and I just say he seems suspiciously military adjacent and kind of reminds me of Badgeman.
Yeah, he just puts his hands up and he's like, I've been saying MSS for a while now. Fuck.
Yeah, he is suspiciously Badgeman.
You can smell it.
Right?
You can smell the self-righteous bullshit.
But I have so much information, it's going to take forever to go through. So congratulations, you also get some nighttime reading material.
You realize that I'm going to be able to read like a page a night, right?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's going to be some stuff to go through.
Do you
And
think that you could make up some fake orders to get them woken up for a job?
I would have to have access to the systems on the main ship that I don't have right now.
We've done it before. We'll just do it again.
Yeah. I don't think it's something we can do like on the way out on this mission though, because we don't have enough time on the main ship. It'd be kind of suspicious.
We need time to come up with something so that they don't just wake up and wander and then get caught. Like they need to actually have somewhere to go, and then we
Things
need
to
to find things to do where we can go get them and get them aboard our ship and deal with Koblenz.
Mm-hmm. Because yeah, it is a bit interesting. So
I mean, as much as I want to ventilate that man's head with my fist, that Dudge's family is going to pay that price. I can't kill him yet.
yeah, he doesn't seem to all like, and it's funny because Koblenz is definitely UPP through and through. He was in a workers' organization. He seems to be a card-carrying UPP member. Judge, on the other side, is a Three Worlds Empire citizen, but ended up in UPP when he got married and has a kid.
Yeah.
So
No. They're holding that over him. I don't know for
Yeah.
what, but they're holding that over him, and he's fucking suffering for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we got to start using that giant wrinkly thing and figure out a good enough excuse to put on orders that no one's going to look at to get those people woken up, so we can try to take
Yeah.
care of them and help them out.
We'll definitely have to get on that when we get back to the main ship after this mission. So fun times. Also,
What
yeah,
else?
you really, how the hell do you still have cake in your ear? Like how? Dude.
You told me to try hard, and I try fucking hard.
Oh God. I basically am pretty sure I break out the equivalent of the scrubby on a stick and like scrub the side of your head for you. Because oh dear God.
Like, I'm gonna go take a shower, and we are not those kind of people. I'm gonna go shower myself without your help.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, dude.
All right. Anything else? Any other scenes anybody wants to get into? Or shall we transition?
After I shower, I want to go see Aletta.
Okay.
Or, yeah, Alita.
Doctor, right? Alita? No, Alita. That's the not Warren. Fuck, Luke's other character. His new character.
His
Not new
primary.
character. Yeah, his new. I can't word all of a sudden, but his new primary character. There we go.
You can't word all of the
Yeah.
sudden.
You hush your face. You have no evidence.
You provide all the evidence yourself.
I know. All right, go ahead. By this point, it is noted.
thank
I
you.
should note that at some point while you're in the shower, it does come across over like the loudspeakers or a system update that not system update, but like a system notice that the ship has decoupled from the Ileana and has begun its transit away, and that you've got probably about 4 or 5 hours before you need cooped up.
Yeah, after I take my shower and get dressed, where can I find Alita?
In the mess hall,
She might be T-posed. Yeah, she might be
T-posing.
T-posed.
standing on a mess hall
Um,
table, like GTA or some shit. I'm sorry. Please go on. Please go on.
Yeah, where do I find you?
Yeah, you can find me in the mess hall. Probably listening between arguments at this point.
I'll just poke my head in the doorway, look at you, and I'll give you like a beckoning hand gesture.
All right, and then I move over. Pike, what's up?
So, your boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This rescue's crawled so far up her ass, her head is spinning. Do you think she can do it?
You mean Hamida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard she might have family or something on that side, or friends.
You mean, sure, but obviously her head's spinning. Do you think she's square? Do you think she can do this?
I
Or
mean,
do
she
you
used to
think
be ex-royal whatever.
sure? And I can tell you right now, if some motherfucker had a knife to your throat, I'm not going to be a sane and rational person. So
I suppose.
for her, it's family, and it's all of our lives, right? And for everybody else on, especially for the people on board who can't handle themselves. So, do you think her head's on square enough that she can do this without compromising herself?
We might be better off without her at this point. Are you going to be able to sway Matt's decision if he wants to actually send her or not?
I'm not looking to take her job. I'm just trying to make sure that she doesn't screw herself.
We can always just distract her if we are on a mission and she needs to do something else. I mean, we're probably not going to be going up against any fire teams.
Well, I've played for the worst.
Yeah.
Pirates,
Space.
raiders, fucking space bugs, the usual bullshit.
Likely
So
space bugs at this point.
I didn't. We're out here to get away from that shit. And we found it anyway. So fuck knows.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not looking to take your boss's job. I'm not looking to help you take her job. I'm offering to help keep shit on track so she doesn't fuck herself and we can get this done. So let me know what you need to cover her ass and if you need help keeping her out of trouble.
Okay. I'll slip a couple concepts around with her and then see if I can figure out if she's good for the mission or not.
Okay. Let me know.
Okay.
Anything else? Any other scenes? Any other NPCs? Anybody want to touch base with?
Am I in the hall with Hamida only, or is Lakota there and everyone T-posing still?
You can have whomever you would like. Most people are heading off to whatever their duty stations are to make sure the transit's good. Otherwise, they're starting to move. Like at this point, like now that the ship is separated and moving into deep space, everybody's starting to transition into the whole like grabbing something
Cryo
to eat.
cycle.
Yeah, like prepping to bed down basically. So grabbing some food.
Okay.
a couple people have taken notes on you guys and filling water bottles and things like that for when they first come out, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But nobody's actually
Um,
stripped down and started to get into their tube super early or anything crazy like that. But anybody that you want to talk to is available.
I guess I'm gonna try to catch up with Hamida,
Okay.
in the hallways somewheres.
Yeah,
Use my
she's
investigative
in.
powers to be there.
She actually goes into. I'm gonna take this high value storage room, and I'm just going to assume that she has taken a small portion of it and turned it into like her quasi unofficial, maybe official security office station for when she's like not needed
Yeah,
on the
because
bridge or
it's
anywhere else.
It's a
So
great
like
place to be uninterrupted.
yeah, like it's definitely
Most of the people on the ship can't get in that room. So.
yeah, yeah, and so like I mean, usually when she's in there, the door's open so people know that she's there and whatnot. So it's not like she's hiding specifically, but sometimes she closes the door just to get away from the crew, so to speak. I mean,
yeah.
these ships aren't small, but they're not big either, and stuck with the same people for days at a time on the ship, even with cryo, like sometimes you just need to get away.
I've worked security and had to be in a closet before. It's fun.
So, but yeah, that's where she is. She's got the impression as you come upon her that she's trying to do like her normal log entry update kind of stuff, like basically busy paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
But you could tell she's doing it not because it needs to be done, but because she needs to do something to keep her mind off all the 1,001 questions that are probably running through.
Okay. Hey, Hamida, you busy?
I mean, yeah, no, not really, I guess. And she like sets a pen down on a small clipboard and hits a Control S function or something like that on the keyboard of whatever she's working at. She turns the chair to you. What can I do for you, Alita? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how Pike types, by the way.
No, he types like this.
That checks out. That checks out. What can I do for you, Alita?
The red squiggle will
Just wanted
not
to get your
leave.
input. Just the squiggle.
The red squiggle will not leave.
Yep.
Hey, what's with the blue one? I'm so confused. Sorry.
Yeah, the blue one's a mystery. Yeah, I just wanted to know what your input was for the next mission.
This find out what happened to my sister ship mission.
Yeah, like this hasn't happened before yet. Did you hear anything about why something might even happen like this?
I don't know anything more than anybody else. I'm actually a bit perplexed and very concerned. I mean, Alice is we were kind of we were kind of close growing up, and not for nothing. I'm part of the reason why I came out here is just to kind of keep an eye on her without making it look like I was keeping an eye on her. You get the impression that Alice is the younger sister, and she's
Okay.
she kind of goes into a couple stories, like couple quick anecdotes, like one strings right into the next one about different dumb shit that teenage girls get after. I would know nothing about because I'm not a teenager anymore, and it's been a long time. But
Been a long time since you've been a teenage girl.
well, I mean, since I never was that I'm aware of, I would say yes. It's been a long time since I was a teenager, for sure. But you get the impression that she's kind of got this, not necessarily
Like a
overbearing,
nervousness
but she definitely has
to
almost an
overshare.
overprotective big sister approach going.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Like a divulging of information like that is kind of like a nervous trait where like someone is like laughing but also very nervous about what might be going on in the
Yeah,
background. So
it's going like a mile a minute too. You could tell like
yeah.
these are like the normal stress reactions to something's going on with the sister. I don't know what it is. I need to be there. So can we hurry up? Can we go now? That sort of thing. But
Yeah.
she's trying. You could also tell like she's trying to keep it contained because she knows that at the moment there's nothing she can do. So she's just trying to keep herself busy to fill that void, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we don't have any like clouded judgment when it comes down to doing anything out there. If
I mean,
you
I
have
don't.
anything to talk about, you can always talk to me about it. I used to be a supply clerk in the military.
I'm sorry, that's definitely me
Um,
laughing, not her. Although she probably smirks a little bit too. She's like, supply. Um, she's
yeah.
like, well, I appreciate that, Alita. I don't think my judgment's going to be clouded. Obviously I'm going to be very worried about her, and I need to be on the landing team so I can know what's going on. I can see firsthand. I can be there for her. I mean, God, could you imagine if you were knocked out for some crazy reason, and the first person you wake up to is somebody you don't recognize at all because they're from a totally different ship? Like, that would be crazy, right?
It could be. I guess
I
it's one
just
of
need
those
her to
things
know
we're
that
gonna have to cross that bridge.
I just need her to know that that I'm gonna be there for her, and that everything's gonna be fine. Whatever happens, we'll get through it. But I don't. I'm trying not to catastrophize. I'm trying not to overthink it. But you know how it is, right? You've got siblings, right? I have no idea if
I
Alita
don't
has.
remember.
Don't remember either.
I know Matt. I
Matt definitely
remember Matt
mentioned it
because Matt had like
because of your
because he
own
had
brother.
like yeah, but he had he was from like a state whatever, and he had like five moms and dads and like a bunch of like he was kind
You
of like
grew
a
up in one of
making
those
fun of like
communes,
the
like
Expanse thing.
what's his name from The
Yeah,
Expanse?
yeah. It's like a bunch of dads and moms and a bunch of kids.
James Holden. I couldn't think of his damn name.
Yeah.
uh,
So kind of like yeah. But I don't remember if she has any siblings. I'm gonna say no. I'm actually
okay,
gonna say no.
okay.
Um, I've had very close people in my life, however, and I understand, and I think that she has to know at some level that you care so much for her. So
I want to believe that. I hope she does. If we're sitting here, that means I'm not there, and whatever's going on, she's got to endure. And I just so worried. I don't know what's happening, and then I've always been there for her. I would hate the one time I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, and you can tell she's fighting back some tears. And she's like,
mm,
I got to be there. You know.
yeah. How's the armory looking? Not to change the subject too much, but we just
That
want to
was
be
a
prepared.
total subject change. She's not gonna notice right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just kind of like a like yeah, it's good.
yeah.
What's about the armory
She
here?
stops for a moment and she kind of looks and she's like, "Yeah, the armor's fine. That was a really weird. Oh, we probably need someone to go look at the SF-702, which for those of us in the military, we know what that is. I was in armor far too long. I cannot help but to remember that form. That was the form that we would have to go through and check a couple of times a day just to make sure that things are still locked up.
Mm,
Standard form. Look,
yeah.
Kane's googling it.
I'm trying to see if I can find
Oh,
a copy of it.
You would literally have to go in there. I think like 2 or 4 times every 24 hours. You had to go through an initial and the time that you came by, and had to reflect in your own daily logs for usually like
so
on
it's like
rotational
a
duty.
it's like a bathroom clean log.
It's effectively
There we
yes, but
go.
it's much
We
more.
had we had him on a lot of safes.
That's usually
Oh,
what it's
okay.
on. It's I forget the name of the form, but it's a SF-702. It's for basically on we would use it mostly in the
Security
arms
container
rooms.
check sheet.
Yeah, security container check
Hmm.
sheet. Yeah, that sounds right.
I'll drop it in
Yeah,
our chat
our
so you
arms
guys
room,
can.
our arms rooms were the ones that had it, and every time I had staff duty, which is 24 hours of basically being the super nanny for an entire battalion of jackasses, I would have to go through and check every one of those damn arms rooms at least once before midnight and at least once after midnight while on duty. And if I had weekend duty, you'd have to do it like at least one other time. I forget the specifics. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, she's like one of those. She's like, oh, we probably need to update the 702 to make sure it's got double check to make sure somebody like your buddy Pike hasn't tried cracking the lock. She smirks when she says that because she knows that Pike wouldn't, but she thinks it's funny that he would try. And she also believes probably that if anybody were to try, he'd be the one to actually do it. Actually, like, crack the lock.
I mean,
If anybody was
I
was
mean,
going to break
knowing
into the armory and succeed at it, it would probably
Yeah,
be
that's
Pike.
that's where she's going with it. And
yeah,
she's being joking about
yeah,
it, but you also know, you also have heard some of the comments that she's muttered under her breath about him.
yeah. And I find it cute that she thinks that Pike hasn't already hidden a bunch of guns probably around
Well,
the
she
ship
probably
where no
knows.
one will find them.
Yeah, she probably knows. She just doesn't say anything because she's hoping that she never has to actually be like, I need one of those right now. She's not dumb. She
I
knows
need to
that she's
appear at the perfect time.
yeah. She might be a security guy or security girl, but she's also not dumb. She was a royal commando. She's not dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Any other scenes? Anybody else?
Mm.
I had two in mind.
Huh?
First one is super short. I'm just gonna like while Hamid is walking down a hallway, I'll just be walking like doing a flyby,
Uh-huh.
and he'll just quietly say like, "I don't know what's gonna happen, but I got your back. And if you've got to go wild, I've got to lead us back. Don't worry."
Oh, you say that to Hamida?
hmm
Okay. Yeah. When that happens, she just looks at you like, what the fuck did he just say? And then like a few seconds later, the camera follows her for a couple more steps, and then she starts like, ah, got it. But by this point, you've already gone around a corner.
I was
The
just
other one
imagining
that
when
I
people go around a corner, they like run away.
They Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the smoke clears, Batman is literally just around a corner going, I hope he doesn't see me. I hope he doesn't come this way.
He's just out of
If you know
breath.
what video I'm talking about, there's a video on YouTube about Batman doing that kind of shit.
Yeah. The other one was I wanted to go down to where Nina's probably doing like the pre-FTL checks.
Okay. Yep. Luke
Oh,
is-
we got a finger and everything.
Yeah, well, I think that was the Quebec. I keep saying he's Quebecois,
Quebecois?
but he's not actually Quebecois. He's a different part of Canada, but I like to give him shit for it.
You can be you can be somewhere else and be ethnically Quebecois.
This is very true. This is very true. Most people in the United States fall into that category of being something else, but also being American.
Or at least wanting to be or thinking they are.
Yeah. Let's see. Nina is a mechanic, so she's probably wrapping up in down. I don't know. Let's just say she's down in the in the mechanics bay lower deck area, finishing up some, putting some tools away and closing out some shit. She's got a cup of coffee nearby, but the steam is no longer there. She's a coffee fanatic, remember?
Yeah. I'll just like quietly walk into her workspace.
At one point she's got like a handful of like a couple of wrenches and a screwdriver or two, and she turns and she's like, ah, damn it, Pike, and the tools fall. And she's like, damn it, Haith, what are you? For someone so damn big, you'd think you'd be louder.
I also would have been dead a long time ago if I wasn't so quiet.
I suppose that's true. And she starts picking up the tools that she just dropped. She's like, now I gotta clean them off again.
That wasn't a funny retort. I'm working on that.
Yeah, you suck at this. What's up? What do you need?
You could do this job without Koblenz, right? During this
That's an
rescue
oddly specific way to phrase a question. Also, it's a good thing there are no recording devices because that just established motive.
established motive. I established that motive a while ago.
Okay, that's also fair. She starts wiping down one of the wrenches that she dropped, one of the big ones, and she's just like, "That's okay." I mean, I guess technically I could. There's just not enough time in the day having two, maybe God forbid, three mechanics. And she points to a clipboard that's like hanging on a shadow board, and it's a list of things basically it's Nina's list of things to ask for, and right at the top, third mechanic.
Yeah.
And right beneath that is coffee. But you notice the first one says 1A, and then 1B for coffee, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, which since he's been doing work before being put back on his mini house arrest, which one of you does work on cryo?
Well, I think we both do that a little bit 50-50, give or take. Why?
You want to do just a nice, discreet, quick pass on everyone's cryos?
Already done. She points to another clipboard, like a second clipboard hanging next to the first one. It's like checklist, pre-jump check, or no, they wouldn't call it jump, but quantum entangled tunnel, whatever the fuck this shit is. I forget what the damn system's called. But it's like, yeah, we did that already like 20 minutes ago.
We or you?
Me and him.
Yeah. You want to take another quick?
She gives like an overly exasperated sigh. Like, you feel like some of this is like legit. Like, okay, you fuckface, I'll go do it, but only because it's you. The other half is like, all right, you've got to be fucking kidding me, right? Like, are you serious right now? And she grabs the clipboard and takes a couple of tools and like one of those like like, you know, the tool you use to see what the fault means when you have an engine light or something like that.
Yeah.
The little
Trouble
yellow
code
shit
thing,
with the two
yeah.
wires coming off. Yeah, she grabs one of those.
Yeah, he says, look, if I was a cowardly intelligence agent and I wanted to kill people that I was too much of a pussy to fight man to man, I would kill them in their sleep. And that would probably include the other people on the ship who can fight, including me and your sister.
That's a very disturbing thought. But we'll go check hers and her. But I think about it. And then she stops like after about 3 steps away from you. She's like, "Oh, was there anybody else?" But this time you can tell she's being sarcastic.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that nobody dies.
Who's that? I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm hoping that nobody dies.
Yeah, so she'll fuck off to the cryotubes and do the things that I'm not gonna make her even roll for. Even if I did, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
I just want a
I
side
think
note.
other
If
than
I
that-
was Quebecois,
I'm sorry.
I just want a side note. If I was Quebecois, it wouldn't have been a finger like, "Hey, I need to go this way." It would have been, "Fuck you, tabarnak the motherfucker, Carlis." Je vois la salle de bain.
But all in French, right?
that was in French.
I mean,
Some
yes.
of it was.
I think other than that, all I'm gonna do is gear check.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We do a screen. Oh, nope. Wait. No screen wipe yet.
Well, Pike is expecting to have to kill a ton of shit when we get there. He's just planning for it. That's the
Okay.
safest thing to do.
Making sure all the magazines are topped off, all the guns are cleaned and lubed,
Yeah,
and then re-hidden.
He's getting ready for a planetary invasion, and if he's bored, then everybody wins, right?
Dude, yeah. It's like on one hand he's like praying for boredom, on the other hand he's preparing for war.
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
Yes, Rodance. Please.
I do know what I need to do now.
Okay.
I need to borrow a small weapon from Kane and hide it in my leg.
Okay.
In your leg. That's right.
You know, we never did discuss what special extra bits you might have for this leg. So having a pistol-sized cavity, we can hand wave, yes, you managed to acquire one of those. Because there was a roll made at some point to determine what kind of leg you would get. And there was some discussion about what you would get. You didn't get the standard leg replacement that, you know, slightly off-key tone match to your skin tone.
I used a lot of money to bribe for a nice leg.
Yeah. I will say you get one additional, let's call it a feature for this leg, but it will require GM approval, and the closer to the time getting it and you needing it will also be, you know, there's an inverse scale of whether or not I'll. Does it come with a pocket nuke? Because I could really use a pocket nuke right fucking now. Like, nope, that's a little too on the nose.
Now, here's a question.
Yeah.
When I use my hidden stash, can her leg be where I hid my hidden stash?
You know what? If she's with you, yes. However, the flip side of that coin is if you try to use hidden stash and she's nowhere near, hidden stash doesn't work.
I just want to know if I could add it to my available option of places, just for like humor, right? Because otherwise I'm pulling it out of a couch.
I think I have the hidden stash feature too.
Oh, well, there you go. Hidden stash is definitely... You can definitely open up your leg and be like, whatever object you need. She now has a portable... What's that? Not a bag of holding. What's the little portable dimensional hole thing? What am I trying to think of here?
Are you thinking of portable hole?
Is that what I'm thinking? Is portable hole?
There's a thing called portable hole.
Yeah, she has one of those stuck away in her leg that she just holds on to shit.
I'm just waiting for like...
I imagine half of it is just Twinkies and snacks.
I'm just waiting for one of these times like the smart gun goes dry and I just look over at her and I'm like, reload! And she opens up her legs and pulls out another smart gun belt and throws it to me.
Now the
Just had
question is,
stuff in her leg.
now the next question is accessibility, because what if she's in a vacuum when she needs to get into that leg?
But yeah, I'll give her a small handgun to stuff in her leg.
Since we're gonna give her a small hand, let's go ahead and actually give her.
I'm not technically permitted a handgun at all based on the ship policy, so
I don't fucking care.
Well, ship
it is
policy
an illicit handgun, let's be
is
clear.
the ship policy is one thing, but so you in your inventory you have a VP-70 MA6 semi-automatic pistol. I'm changing the quantity to 2. One of those is in your leg hole. That sounded really bad. I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna sound funny, but once it left my mouth, I was like, nope, I'm not doing that again. But you now have a second VP-70 MA6 or whatever the hell it was.
Well, I will say that I probably have one because it makes more sense to have reload, not multiple guns.
Sure. Whichever way you want to work. That's the pistol that goes in your leg. Is the one that Keith just gave you. That tiny little. I keep picturing the little, like, almost like a Walter PPK from James Bond sort of pistol. Even though I'm pretty sure that's not what it looks like at all.
Yeah, because like if they issue me
you.
something, I'd be carrying like an RMAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't care why you want it. He doesn't care what you're doing with it. You're just like, Heath, I need a gun. And he just like walks 20 paces,
one?
opens a panel, and just gives you a handgun, closes it, and then walks off like,
I just open up leg hatch, shove pistol into, reloads in, closes leg hatch.
Anything else, or shall we finally go FTL?
I mean,
got the
we
thumbs
could
up from
have
Luke.
some mosaic finger painting sessions. I don't know.
We don't.
I can make scenes if we want.
I'm just making sure you guys have ample opportunity to do whatever you're trying to do before things happen.
I'm good. I believe you have my permission to progress the game.
Well, thank you so much for your candid permission. What's up, Luke?
You're welcome.
What's up, Luke?
I want to play checkers.
I want to play checkers. We're not playing checkers. We have checkers at home.
Alita starts a checkers tournament on board, and we have to actually play it out with our characters. I'm gonna need you to get on that.
Yeah, okay. I'll Photoshop a board together, and we'll use tokens for pieces on Foundry.
The best part is you have to roll for successes to see if you move it to where you want it. Otherwise, it moves another random one.
It moves in a random scatter direction.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pike's just gonna move one piece and be like, I only need one soldier to kill an army, and just like
That's that is Pike right there playing checkers as though he's playing fucking Stratego or some shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh
We
my
finally
God.
do get our seed white. It's like circular where it pulls out from the center, then dips back down, and we have a new scene. We see the ship floating through space, running on, not necessarily running on silent, but low power, because the only thing moving around inside the ship are the working Joes. And the camera kind of follows them as they go through, maybe one of them's sweeping a deck, the other one's turning a wrench on some panel, maybe putting a maintenance panel back in or something silly like that. And then we hear the sudden, and I don't know if that went through in the mic or not, but we hear the sound of a cryotube opening. Pike, my friend, the time has come.
Get murdered in my sleep.
Yep. I need you to roll 66, please.
This is such a lame way to die.
It is.
And I called it. I asked her to check the tubes because he's a piece of shit.
All right, let's see how many are in here.
I got a 6.
You got 1. Go ahead and take 1 point of damage. And let me refer back to my notes really quick, too.
Just wonder if at some point something wakes me up.
Let's see.
Are you going crazy?
Technically, you need to roll for an NDD, but that's just basically going to be a 1d6, and I think you need like a 7 before things start to happen. Let me double check that. The NDDs are on, so now I got to do a little bit of search.
What's NDD?
I always want to say neurodivergent disorder, but that's not what it is. It's close. That's not what it is.
It's the You go crazy if you're not in cryo while we're in FTL.
Yeah, it's like one roll per day.
Oh,
It's actually a little bit more than that. It's one. So every ship has a an FTL rating, and for every number of days equal to that FTL rating, you have to make a neurological distortion disorder. That's what it is. And then the
are those
more,
permanent?
so like for instance, your ships have something like a, I forget what your ship actually has. I think it has like a 4 for FTL. Their FTL rating is 4.
Wow.
Or we'll just use the number 4 as an example. So if you have a 4, every 4 days you have to make a roll, and every time you have to roll after that first one, you add +1 to it. Pike, I do need that
I can see that escalating.
1d6 roll, please. Yeah, you're good. You do wake up. It is a rough waking, though. I want you to imagine whatever you were dreaming. Maybe it was a pleasant, wonderful dream of murdering rabbits with a lawnmower. I'm sorry. That was a very specific reference for all the people that listen to the rock station where I live. One of the rock station personalities has a horrifying story of where he was out mowing the grass and ended up murdering a bunch of rabbits because they had a rabbit nest just like under the grass, and he hit them.
And
Anyway,
they started running out.
yeah, I think he managed. I don't know exactly how it happened or went down, but he talks about it every now and again. And I can just imagine how traumatizing that might be for somebody who was not expecting a bunch of rabbits while cutting the grass. Like for you, you're dreaming about whatever pleasant, wonderful, happy-go-lucky dreams. Probably murdering UPP relentlessly, endlessly, or whatever it is that helps Pike sleep at night while on. That dream abruptly ends in record scratch, blinding light, sound cacophonies that just don't make sense in any way, shape, or form, and you find yourself, before you even realize what's going on, you have hit the deck, you're on your knees, not exactly vomiting, but you feel really, really queasy. You have taken a point of damage, and you know what? It's weird, this thing that you were totally not expecting, even though you called it out not 10 minutes ago. So go ahead and take a point of stress as well.
Okay.
As you attempt to gather your wits and figure out what in the fuck just happened to you and why you're suddenly here when you're supposed to be in the tube sleeping. As you take a moment and figure out what's going on around you, you see the other members of your crew happily sleeping away transit inside their private.
Is Koblenz in his pod?
Yes.
Okay. I'm the only one that's awake.
Correct.
I guess I'll turn around and look at my pod. I mean, I'm no med tech, but does it look catastrophic?
You know what? For this case, give me an observation roll. See what you pick out. Wow, nice. So the first thing you notice for your first success there is your pod appears to be perfectly fine. It feels like one of the things you do note, however, is that there was some sort of timer running on this main monitor display unit.
Mm-hmm.
It is at 00:00.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to whatever the closest comm panel is, so I can send a message to daughter.
Okay.
And request a status on cryo tube, whatever numbers above my tube.
Okay. Before we get to that, you do have a second success there on your observation. If there's anything else you want to try to glean that information.
Can I tell? Is that like a one-time timer, or can I tell that it's like every time this pod is activated, it starts that timer and kicks it out?
It's difficult for you to tell because you don't have that sort of training. But
Well,
it
so
does
what I do
appear...
is I just I close it, I hit the on button, I see if the timer starts again.
Well, as you close it, it just goes into a standby mode. And this is something you've seen all the time. Like anytime you've used a cryo tube and you get out of it, and the tube goes back and it closes back down, settles back into its cradle, and it goes back into a standby mode. It waits for its next time to be.
Okay.
That
do I
when
know
you when that
how...
I'm sorry, when you do that, and it goes back into its standby mode or whatever, that timer disappears. from the screen, and it just says standby.
Do I know how to reset a cryotube to use it?
You know. However, when you get to daughter, you may get more information.
Okay. Well, then I will move forward to the daughter bit, and I will send a message to daughter asking for a status on on that particular cryopod.
Okay. We've never established if daughter is voice response or if it's a typed thing. So I guess as a
I went
group,
to I went to a panel and did the type thing because
Okay,
it's
sure,
not
sure,
a
sure.
mother.
what exactly? So you literally type in status cryotube such and such.
Yeah.
Cryotube such and such functioning nominal, unoccupied, standby mode.
Reset cryotube. Blah blah blah.
Please enter. Humor me when I say this. Please enter cryotube credentials.
He
Mm.
just looks at it and he's like, okay.
You hear behind you the rustling of clothing and the steady footfalls. And then as you turn, one of your near faceless working Joes, this one with the name, hold on, I don't remember the names. I really should. This is like the 9th time I've done this. Daniel is standing beside you, and in his muffled, somewhat distorted electronic voice, how may I assist you?
I need my cryopod reset.
Do you have cryopod credentials?
Is this how this Android has normally sounded in the past?
Yeah,
Or is it...
I'm doing a wee bit of a
Okay.
bit.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure.
That's also going to be the last time I try to do a robot voice.
I am not a mechanic. I am not an operator. I am crew.
This time, though, Daniel does something you've never seen him do. He nods and turns towards the cryotube that you had occupied. It starts pushing buttons. You can't really tell exactly what he's doing, but after a moment, he just stops and looks back to you. How may I be of assistance?
What was your last task?
His answer is something that would make sense to Pike, but just basic maintenance routine, cleaning up. He sees that you are taking a moment to figure out what your next step is, and he says, "Query, why are you awake?"
Do the ship logs have the reason why I am awake?
Great question. I don't remember what I put in my notes for that. I feel like I should know, because I very much planned this intentionally to try to fuck you up. Not you, your character. Daniel takes a moment, and you could tell, like, his beady little robot eyes, they do the whole hourglass thing for a moment. Which is what the computer used to do before we had the blue spinning wheel, by the way. And he says, insufficient data. Perhaps querying daughter directly provides more answers.
Perhaps it would. I do not possess that data stuff either.
I feel like that's literally what Pike said, too. Dated stuff.
It's like, I don't know, those are fancy words Westcott uses.
However,
I can't access daughter because I don't have the codes to get into that room. So
right, so we're gonna do something a little bit unconventional. Daniel turns and moves over to the interface with daughter, dragging you with him. Now, not literally dragging, but he
it
suggests
just says like follow me.
Yeah,
and it just like
yeah.
does that. All right.
You are going to make a roll.
On the way,
Yes.
I pop a panel and I pull out a pump shotgun, check to make sure there's a round in it, check to make sure it's still loaded, and I just keep going with him.
Offhandedly, Daniel says, presence of unauthorized firearm detected. Please secure firearms in the armory. Thank you for your compliance. And I do the whole time. He just continues moving from the cryo tube back to wherever the panel was with my daughter.
You know,
Actually, you guys are probably
I
going
think he
to
looks. I
daughter's
think
actual
I think he
room or
says
whatever.
that. I think he says that, and Pike is looking at the back of his head. At his head says, "Task logged and added to queue."
Sarcasm detected. He does say that. I want to point out the tone sounds a little bit like he was trying to mimic one of the Westcotts. It's
Okay.
unclear which one specifically, but you probably can guess that Octavia has influenced this stupid bot at some point in time.
I mean, I know she's been messing with his programming, so
Yeah. As you go into the daughter room this time, interfacing directly with daughter, I shouldn't say it starts typing at the keyboard, and of course we have a quick shot of the not entirely alphanumeric keyboard that is used on Mother, as we saw in the Alien movie. It was some very different keys.
Mhm.
It starts typing. What you are going to do is make a contact roll.
Okay.
Now, before you make that roll, how many contact skill dice do you actually have?
None.
Okay, so this works out. So you're going to make a roll with what you have. Well, yep. Oh, well, hey, that worked. And the reason why that worked is because you had Daniel helping you.
Okay.
That was the bonus he got you. Now that you've made that roll, you can now gain more dice later in the future if you choose to spend your XP on that. It takes a little while. A little bit longer than you might think. In fact, you probably start to think that this is not going very well. This is not going to work. This is just not going to work. Daniel's down here fucking leading me down a wild goose chase or some shit. And then finally he says,
I think Pike is pretty calm about it because, like, look, either Daniel's dumb and this is taking a long time, or Daniel's trying to waste my time until I go crazy. And when I go crazy, I'll just fucking kill him. So whatever, I win no matter how this goes.
I'm just picturing the flow chart in my head in Pike's brain.
And the bottom
All
of this
ends with
branch
death.
all goes to it starts at now and it all branches and it all ends at I kill it and I win.
Yep, exactly. You get. Let me see. What do I have here? Let's see. Comtech. Okay, so it takes a little while. Like I said, Daniel finally stops, and on the little screen, we get what appears to be a video file, and it shows very clearly with a date timestamp corresponding with approximately 18 hours after everybody was tubed up. Koblenz wakes up, comes out of his tube, and we see that he does some sort of like inputting of different things into your tube. He takes a little while longer. We see the camera cuts to the mess hall, and we see him grabbing like a drink or something, and then he goes back into the cryo bay, back into his tube, and then he goes back on. And then the video cuts out. There's no sound, by the way, for all of this. Just the video, and it's a little grainy, as if the video had been deleted, but mother or daughter had recovered it, which was part of the reason. And I think at some point, Daniel explained some of this in his broken, not full English explanation that, data file deleted, data file recovered, data file shows Koblenz, blah, 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 blah.
All right, so Koblenz deleted the security record and Daniel and daughter put it back together.
Yes.
Okay. Daniel, can you copy that recover file onto a data disk?
Work it. Tap, 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 tap. Pause. Tap, tap, tap. Pause. A little, the little discs that come in like digital cameras? The little itty bitty shits? One of
the
those
SD
pops
cards.
out. Yeah. One of those pops out. And he hands it to you.
I'll stick it in the band of my underwear.
Okay.
Daniel, do you have the required programming to do a diagnostic on Cryo 2 that he gives his number?
He taps away again at daughter, and you get the cryotube status nominal, currently in standby mode. No faults detected.
Nick doesn't trust the tube.
I'm trying so hard not to channel my AP right now.
Yeah. He's like, there's no way Koblenz just like casually wakes me up and walks off. Like, this has to kill me. Koblenz is trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So
He's clearly, if he's not trying to kill you, it's obvious he's at the very least trying to fuck with you.
yeah.
At the very least.
I'm pretty sure there's a standard protocol for dealing with this situation.
Yeah, it's called spacing the motherfucker. Oh wait, that was me talking, not
No,
somebody in game.
like legitimate standard protocol
For what, validating the
dealing with accidental wake ups from cryo.
Yes, that's so out of
Like
character.
Daniel came to see me.
That's why Daniel came down. He never specifically
It-
stated that, but that was why he came down.
Yeah, but there had to be an overriding protocol for Daniel to come up and talk to me.
Yes, because as we should recall, up until this point, the androids have specifically avoided you anytime you show up in the same spot. This time, Daniel came directly to you.
Daniel, can you confirm the programming changes made to CryoTube?
Yeah. He taps away at it, and you could tell after a moment that he doesn't get an answer from Daughter because he stops. He does a quick little follow me gesture and leads you back into the cryo bay.
Okay.
And then goes back to the screen that you had tried at, that Koblenz had done something with, and he starts tapping at that, and he says, effectively what he says is that whatever Koblenz did, that information is no longer there. You specifically recalled seeing 00:00, and as soon as you closed it, it said standby.
Yeah.
It's probably not unreasonable for even Pike to infer that whatever he did was deleted on closing the cryopod to kick you.
Yeah.
Although
Pike
it's
is
also not unwise to say maybe there's more shit lingering. Who knows?
Yeah, Pike is convinced that this, because he's like, there's not, Koblenz is not dumb. Like, the threat, like doing this as a fuckery thing, like I'm already so unstable that like, how would he not think that I would kill him for this? He has to be planning for me to be so stupid I get back on the tube and kill myself, and then it looks like I fucked with my own tube, right? He's just, this is what he's doing in his head. He's like, what would Badge Man do if he wanted to fucking kill me? Weenie ass motherfucker.
That's so fucking awesome that this is going on. I love it. Please continue.
Daniel, how much more, how much longer is the ship supposed to be in FTL on its current projection?
You see again the hourglass eyes, and then, but this time they're only there for a few seconds, and then he replies with, estimated arrival at Koi 2702 is 16 days.
He's like, Pike is trying to do math in his head, right? He's trying to figure out like, so if it's 16 days, do I think I will be sane in 16 days?
Sure.
He's also thinking about trying to get Koblenz out of his tube, shooting him, chucking him out an airlock, and then just getting in his tube.
That is certainly a way to do it. I think while you're sitting there ruminating about this, Daniel is just standing there blinking every few seconds at you in his plastic face looking at. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find the stats for what your actual FTL. Oh, your FTL rating is 10. So you actually,
nice.
yeah. So that means every 10 days, which means you have 2 more rolls to make if you try to stay awake the whole 16 days. The second, the next one will be a +1. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I made the roll when I woke up, right? So I'm good for 10 days.
You're good for this 10 days. Oh yeah, you're right. You would have at least one more.
roll.
Yeah, you would have one more.
Part of me wants to look at the table, but I'm not going to look at the table. Daniel, what is your current highest priority protocol?
Routine ship maintenance during the transit.
What is the protocol for crew wake up during unsafe periods of time?
Assist crew member and attempt to resume cryostasis. When he says that, by the way, he does take a moment and he like stands there and he turns a little bit to one side and then points, well, gestures really at your cryotube and says, "Would you like to resume your sleep now?"
Given the security footage that you and daughter recovered, would you come to the conclusion that cryopod, whatever, was sabotaged by another member of the crew?
The evidence does support this claim.
What is your risk assessment over the safety of the use of a tube that has been sabotaged in an unknown way?
Given the diagnostic status of nominal, risk is low.
Hmm.
The machine is only going to give you machine answers. But now
Yeah.
the question is, am I saying that or am I saying that to fuck with you, Kane?
Hey, I got a question.
Sure.
Does Pike remember that there are other cryo sleep pods available on the ship?
I don't know, but there is a whole ass med bay that has med based cryopods in case people get really fucked up. In fact, probably not unreasonable to think that Octavia spent her return trip in that after losing her leg. Now the question is, did Collins think of that? And now, yes, I am fucking with Kane.
I mean, he's already thinking it. Like he already said that outright, right?
Yeah.
Or that I already said it outright that he's thinking that.
Yeah. But yeah, there are med pods that you can use. They are just as good as any other cryopod. These just have the additional. Basically, they have an extra layer of bio monitoring for for obvious reasons. They have in fact they probably have something like artificial coma inducing medication application, just to like an extra layer of let's not wake them up until they're ready to be operated on. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hmm.
As you continue to consider your options, Daniel does ask once again, would you like to resume your cryostasis? And mind you, the whole time he's standing there just like this.
Yeah, he's
You
doing
can't see
his
my
thing.
hand, but my palm is up as if offering for you to enter your cryo tube, which is still closed.
Daniel, will you do an operational and safety check on the cryopods for emergency medical use?
I'm asking, are you referring to the medical pods?
Yeah.
One moment. He brings his one arm down. With the other one, he kind of gestures again to follow him and leads you, assuming you follow him, through the infirmary into the medical pods, where he spends a few minutes with the first pod. And after a moment or two, he turns to you and says, cryopods are status nominal, or excuse me, status standby, functioning nominally.
Is there any other uh is there any other um activity or deleted data from after the point the crew went under?
No. A specific search would require extensive time. Effectively, what he's trying to say is because you're asking for such a wide, broad uh, topic of is anything else been fucked with? It's such a time and resource intensive search fact. Jesus Christ. I hope you can figure out what I'm trying to say. Basically, because
Yeah.
you're asking such a wide open ended question, it would take a long time to validate.
Please Please narrow your data corruption check to life support functions and cryogenics.
He
I'm
remains.
sure
Good.
you and daughter would agree that the potential danger of sabotage to the rest of the crew warrants data validation.
The logic is sound. We are always. And he goes silent for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And after
I'm
this
gonna
time,
go.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go microwave a burrito. I mean, I just chucked, so I need to eat something.
Yeah, yeah. So he doesn't
I'll go
follow you.
microwave. I'm gonna go microwave a burrito, then go walk back over to Daniel, and
Okay.
just be like standing in the hallway
Yeah,
eating my
he'll
burrito.
be in the exact same spot, in the exact same position that you left him in. Hourglass eyes. Especially after his creepy message of "We are always watching."
Mhm.
And he's as you return, he blinks, coming back to life or whatever. He says, um, "Cryogenics functioning nominally within parameters. Life support functioning nominally within parameters. No anomalies detected."
Is it criminally against ship protocol and code to sabotage hardware on the ship?
I have an answer. I'm just trying to figure out how Daniel would.
You're just trying to robot it and sound
Yeah,
clever
yeah.
about
I'm
it.
sorry.
Mhm.
He says what you suggest appears to sound like vandalism, which is criminally prosecutable in virtually all known jurisdictions.
And criminal vandalism carries a more severe sentence when it involves risking the lives of or ending the lives of other humans.
I am not a lawyer, nor am I programmed for such things. I wanted to say more, and then I realized
Surely,
Daniel wouldn't actually know the answer to that.
yeah,
But the answer to that
sure.
would be that starts to broach into the area of criminal negligence.
Does daughter have any active protocols in the occasion of crew killing crew?
That's a great question. I want to imagine that there would be some sort of precedent where an individual accused of such crimes under authority of the captain or other ranking officer can be like sequestered, remanded, isolated, restrained. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. At the end of the day, the captain of a ship is God at sea.
Yeah,
So in theory, Matthew
this,
could just do
there
whatever he
is
wanted to do in
there
that.
there's there's a line, there's a pike line here. He's asking leading questions to a
Yeah,
computer.
yeah. But I think the answer you get from Daniel is either something along the lines of like, especially specific legal questions he's not programmed for.
Mhm.
Um,
That's why
the
he didn't ask a legal question. He
right,
asked
right,
if there were protocols for if crew killed crew.
right, and so the answer really would be along the lines of a generic: the captain has, the captain or an officer acting in the captain's uh, stead can enact justice as needed based on available evidence at the time. I think that's really the best answer you're going to get from anybody, from any
Yeah.
computer.
So, Daniel, given that waking up additional members of the crew puts them at risk and danger and is therefore inadvisable, and I am the ranking member of the currently awake crew,
Go ahead.
this pod, and I point to Koblin's pod, contains a crew member who has, through negligent action, risked the life of other members of the crew. I am not the captain of the ship. Therefore, as the ranking member of the awake crew, I believe that he needs to be isolated and not woken up with the rest of the crew so the captain can make a decision about how dangerous he is to the lives of the rest of the members of the crew. Isolation to protect potential future loss of life until somebody with the legal authority can determine what further to do.
I find this to be very close to the edge of the logical pathways that Pike is capable of producing. Just for the
He's trying to
record.
remember, we had a whole bit where he read a dictionary.
This is true. This is true. And while we have joked about his wits only being one single solitary die, he's not entirely stupid. He's just not that knowledgeable about anything not directly relating to killing people.
And as a parallel, he's trying to figure out how to talk Westcott
I just want
words
to argue
to tell this
that
thing like a basic concept that he had as an NCO.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just want to argue that he should be intimately familiar with all the policies about when and when not you're allowed to kill someone.
This
So
is
this
also
definitely
true.
qualifies.
This is also true, and there's definitely a certain eye for an eye aspect that Pike is all sorts of familiar with.
And right now, Pike is not trying to convince Daniel to kill another member of the crew.
No.
He's
You
trying to
just want to make
convince
sure he
him to
doesn't wake
lock
up
the
right away.
pod. I've tried to convince him to lock the pod so that only Warren can wake him up.
You see Daniel's eyes go hourglass again. You
Because
hear
he's trying to go with like, I do not have the legal authority to dispense justice,
Right.
acknowledged. However, I am the ranking member of the current crew, and it is unsafe to awaken anyone of a higher rank. Therefore, I am ordering an isolation until the legal authority can review to protect the potential loss of future life.
Yep. You see Daniel's eyes go hourglass again, and you hear a very faint hum. It's the hum of a modem.
Mm-hmm.
Pike probably wouldn't necessarily know this, but you could tell, or at least you, the player, can tell that Daniel is connecting directly with Mother via Wi-Fi or whatever the space agents. Wireless, I think is probably the best word. After a moment, the hourglass eyes go back normal eyes. In fact, at this point now, I'm thinking it's just a ball, similar to Lego heads, where when you rotate it enough, the eyeball changes to a different type of eye, and it rolls back to normal eyes. And Daniel looks directly, like he looks specifically in your eye, and he's not, even today, he's not ever done that before. He looks you dead in the eye, and he says, "Daughter has agreed to sequester subject Coblins. When the crew awakens at our destination, Coblins will..."
I assume that a log of the entire interaction we've had and the recording that she recovered will all be given to the legal authority, Captain Warren, upon his waking.
This is correct.
Suppose we should go to medical so I can resume my sleep and be removed from this unsafe condition.
It is advisable. He motions for you to follow, or to lead, rather.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I get it. I get back in my. I go to one of the medical pods, and confirm with Daniel that this pod is programmed to have a wake cycle with the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm. When you enter the medical pod bay, open the pod bay doors. Sorry, my brain jumps all. As you enter the medical pod bay, not Grace, it's Marty is the other one. Let me double check that. Yeah, Marty is there as well. And between the two of them, one assists you as much as you allow them to physically contact you. One assists you into the pod. The other one...
I think when I see that Marty's there, I'm going to look at the two of them. Did Westcott tell me that she messed with them? I don't think she did.
Marty looks at you very much like Daniel did a moment ago, directly in the eye and says, "No, Octavia did not program."
No. That was an out of character thought.
Oh, okay. No, fair. She does watch you very closely. And that bland, plasticky face that she has. That they both... I keep saying gender, but...
Well, I mean, if Octavia knows not to mess with life and safety protocols, she would have just told them to reprioritize cleaning other portions of the ship to rooms where he is not present.
Right. I'm just saying, I don't think that Westcott told Pike that she did that.
Right. No, I don't...
Is that correct?
Yeah, when she programmed the droids...
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, when she programmed them to avoid you specifically at all costs, she never told you that. You noticed it after a while, like, that's so weird. Every time I go into the same room as one of the bots, they just walk away. They stop what they're doing and they walk away.
I think right now he's going to take this moment to look at the two of them since they're both in the room, and he's just going to ask blankly. He's like, Why is it that you always leave anywhere that I am?
They both look at you directly in the eye in a very interpersonal sort of way, and they both in unison say, "We are always watching."
Yeah, but you're never in the same room as me, except, now, I guess.
They don't say anything. They just wait for you to finish getting into this cryotube, or say something different, or I mean, not necessarily something different, but a different topic.
Now he's like super. Now he's like, now he's definitely rolled like a 4 or whatever, like paranoia.
I want you to imagine if they have some motion, like not necessarily emotive, but they have some expression capability in their faces. Very, very, very limited. But you see their mouths moving in the only way that you could understand it is if you were to imagine that they were attempting to smile. It's not a smile that comes out, but you see like kind of like what Luke's doing, but it's not a smile. They're just gesticulating with their lips almost. What lips they do have. If you've ever seen the image of what one of these guys look like, it's really bad. It's pretty creepy. But just the corners of their lips, they're twitching. Not twitching, they're just going slowly up, slowly down. But it's the closest approximation that you can think of is that they're attempting to smile in some sort of reassuring way. Or at least that's what you hope they're doing. Because they both have been very, very creepy all of a sudden. Looking you directly in the eye, saying, "We are always watching."
I mean, that's not wrong. There's cameras throughout the ship. They're connected to daughter. They are actually always watching. Like that's actually a fact. Like it'd be different if it was like if Pike understood that they only could process their own data and they never connected to anything, and like we were in a building that didn't have cameras and they said they were always watching, that would be fucked, right?
Yeah,
like
that would be wild.
yeah, but for this he's just like, I mean, that's true. Um and I think when he's like, while he's like starting to like, he's got like a foot into the tube.
Uh-huh.
He looks over and he says, because this is a weird thing, right? Like he's puts up all these fronts for everybody, so he's hyper aggressive and hyper mean all the time. He doesn't actually care about the working Joes, right? Like he's just been mad at other androids in the past, and so he's as he's getting in, he's going to be like, "Hey, Daniel,
Yes, he.
thanks for your patience and humoring me."
As you finish getting in, he leans a little bit closer. Now, mind you, he is still a working Joe, so he doesn't have the 100% articulation that, say, a bishop android might have. But what he does is he leans over closer to you, one hand up on the canopy, and he says, "Anytime." And the canopy lid comes down and seals you in.
Okay.
I'm trying so hard to be creepy without being sarcastic, but I can't help it. I'm such a smartass by nature. I'm not getting it to come through.
Like it's just like the working, like the working Joes being personable is unsettling because of their intentional lack of human-like features to make it super easy to tell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like everything they've said has been like true, right? They haven't said anything unhinged.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really just the
as
setting and the fact that he's wondering if, how much his brain's been messed with so far.
yep, as you start to get sleepy, Daniel turns and walks away. Marty lingers for a moment, kind of looks over your. She leans over your pod as well, and she says, "I got to think about this. Give me a second."
Also, I just want to point out that like when he was getting in that pod, he definitely would had that moment. That's the equivalent of giving the school shooter a Snickers bar the day before. I just want to point that out. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, that checks out. Marty leans over, and you can see that Marty is trying their best to legit give you a full working Joe smile. And she says, "Sleep well. We'll be here when you awaken for anything you might need." And she says it in that tone, in that pacing. Whereas any other working Joe in your experience has been usually straightforward, full sentence, nonstop.
Yeah, I assume that this is like his last fading moments is hearing that. So
Yeah, where
we're good.
this is one of those when you wake up, you're like, I heard them say that, right? They did say it that way, right?
Okay, he goes to sleep.
All right. We transition now. We do another scene wipe. Instead of coming out from the center and coming back in, we come in from the out and then go back out, and we have the ship approaching a gigantic, I think it's like purpley gas giant. I don't know. I don't remember. It's not important. You're on approach to the gas giant. Uh, we get that scene, the ship floating through space. We see the gas giant off in the distance, looming large and massive. We see one of the moons a little bit closer, although it's space, so it's always hard to tell. Depth perception is lost because of scale in space. People begin waking up, except for Coblins. Alita, Nina, or excuse me, Octavia, you guys wake up in your cryo bay. The first thing you notice after as your body comes, as you readjust to waking up.
I need to make my rolls now.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot all about it. Yes, you do. You got 2 of them.
Oh no.
Okay, depression roll first.
Yep. This is if you fail, you are not play well with the others.
I don't remember which way it goes. One of them
is bad, and one of them is
one she wants to succeed. I just remember which is
okay. So
Yeah.
the first one is depression. I want to succeed this one.
This is okay. There you go.
Can
You
you-
are
Nightmares.
yes.
I want to fail nightmares.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I
That's
imagine
like.
you wake up screaming, maybe.
No, she's
Oh
fine.
no. I want to fail
Oh
it.
no, I did get that backwards. Okay, never mind. You
Yeah,
wake
we're-
up a little bit clammy, maybe, but otherwise
No.
okay.
I actually woke up on the right side of the bed today.
Yes.
I'm very suspicious when I don't immediately see Pike.
What you do see, ironically, is Tom, fully
A
clothed.
skeleton.
You see Tom Stevenson, fully clothed, sitting on Pike's cryotube, legs crossed like he's meant to be there, just chilling. And he says, "Good morning, beautiful." And then that's it. You blink and he's gone. And Pike's tube is empty. Closed, but empty. Also, you notice Coblin's tube is closed and full. Somebody's in it.
I'm wondering how long it's gonna take before daughter sends someone to be like, Captain Warren, you have data that's been requested for your review.
Hmm.
Yes, this would be one of those moments where I would say something like, "Matt, you've got a new notice on your tablet."
No. Matt, you've got mail.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just going to imagine that Matthew's in the other cryo bay, and he's like, "God damn it, now what?" You hear this like kind of slowly like disgruntled, foggy voice. But
Yeah, so I pop up out of bed, I go looking, and I immediately run a diagnostic on Pike's tube.
okay,
Hmm.
you don't need to roll anything. You get the standard cryopod, nominal, functioning, whatever the hell I said earlier. That was all good to go.
Cool,
Here's
when was
the
it last used?
It in
16
the
days ago.
yeah in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the service log, for lack of a better thing to call it, it indicates that Pike was woken up 16 days ago, and then has been in standby ever since.
Yeah, go ahead, shit bricks.
Yeah, so I freak out and I go running and check on the other cryo bit room.
Yep.
So
When you go in the other cryo room, that's when you see Matt, and you see him kind of sitting on the side of the bed, legs kind of dangling a little bit, and he's got a data pad in his hand already. And he's like, "God damn it." And you just see it like stand
you
up.
got a
And
problem?
Already.
yep, already.
Matthew, we have a problem.
What? What do you mean we have a problem?
Pike's not in his cryo tube.
Yeah,
and he
I
hasn't
know.
been for
I'm looking
16
at the
days.
email. I'm looking at this. You know what? I'm gonna steal something from For All Mankind. I'm looking at my D-mail right now. If you ever watch that show, it's a really awesome show of what could have happened. But I digress. Yeah. I got a weird notice here. It looks like Goblins has been a. Matt would not say Goblins has been a bad boy. Just say that it looks like Goblins has been trying to cause problems. Pike's. It looks like Pike's in medical for some reason. You want to go check on him
Yeah.
for me? I'm gonna deal with Goblins.
Cool.
And then also at the same
if
time,
the answer isn't
sorry.
space and goblins, then you better leave him in that pod, and I just go jogging off.
Yeah, as you pass out of earshot, you hear Matt calling for Hamida and Alita.
Yeah, so I go jogging down to medbay.
Pike, you wake up more or less about the same time. As you finally get yourself resituated, and you spend a moment probably going, "Am I dead or alive this time?" And you can go ahead and reset your pain I'm sorry, not pain, your hit points and stress. You hear Octavia, and one foot that sounds like skin, and one foot that sounds like it's supposed to be skin, but it's not, coming down the hallway.
Your weird different weight gait.
Yeah.
It's like slap thud, slap thud.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Hey, my physical therapist would be very proud of me for managing to jog without falling on my face.
You know, it's funny. The moment you started to speak, I was like, "Oh shit!" I probably should make her make an agility roll or something, but I'm not going to because you called it out.
Okay, so as soon as you run into medical and I'm already awake and sitting in there, he's just like, he turns and sees you and he says, "I thought you wanted your sister to like me this much."
And I just like laid over and pant, and I'm like, okay, still alive. That's good. Whew. Had me worried there for a minute. I wasn't sleeping in my pod for 16 days.
Oh, I mean,
Ugh.
I couldn't get back in that fucking pod.
The fuck did it happen?
Goblins tried to kill me.
I guess we need to go make sure that they don't wake him up into anything other than being spaced out the airlock.
I mean, the daughter agreed with my assessment that that if he was going to be putting people's lives at risk and maybe killing us, that he needed to be isolated until the legal authority on board could determine what to do within his legal rights, and that's the captain. So the daughter locked his pod until the captain decides he wakes up.
Hmm. I
I'm
go
gonna be
jogging
pretty
back
pissed
because
yeah.
I am super mad now.
As you do that, we're gonna flash cut to Matt, Alita, and Hamida. Matt has called you guys off to one corner of the cryo bay. Everybody's standing there in their skivvies. He has the data pad in his hand, and he's like, "Listen, Goblins, you two wake him up, lock him in."
Didn't we have like a brig or something?
No.
No, okay.
He's-
Because I'm looking at the quarantine.
See, that's the problem. We don't have a brig, and he's a mechanic. So wherever you put him, he can just get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what he says is, I want you to wake him up.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Before you wake him up, I want you to go grab some
Mhm.
handcuffs from your armory.
Mhm.
To handcuff that son of a bitch. I want you to throw his ass in the quiet room, and one of you at all times will be on him until I figure out what I need to deal with him. And that's when Octavia. Oh no, I'm sorry. I want to give Alita a chance to reply before Octavia barks. Kid.
Yeah, I'll get my stun baton and some
even better.
handcuffs, and we'll make sure that he makes it there.
Excellent. As entertaining as it would be for him to fall a few times, let's try not to do that. Just, try not to do that. I feel like Matt would definitely say that he has the merciless trait, so.
The air quotes are real. Like,
yeah, he's actually using air quotes.
It's like, hey, don't hit him just to hit him, but I understand if he resists arrest.
Yes. If he resists, make it known that resistance is not okay. In fact, resistance is futile.
Not resist arrest.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Stop resisting!
Right now, there are a bunch of people.
He would probably punch him once just to be like, yeah.
I see you're also a fan of Ready or Not.
I've also watched. I've definitely seen some shit. Okay, mostly movies. That is. Okay, so you guys wander off to do that. Octavia returns, and as you return, you see Alita and Hamida leaving, and you see Warren standing off to one side with his data slate. This isn't 40K. You know what I mean, though.
His data pad.
The rest of the crew is milling about. Coblins is still in his tube. The rest of the crew is kind of milling about. There's a couple like Finn and Nina are kind of lingering to see what's going on.
Yep. Nina!
Yeah. What? Wow.
Coblins tried to kill Pike.
That motherfucker. She leaves immediately. She doesn't. She's just usually now. This is a face that you would recognize only because you are her sister. Her face goes beet red. This only happens when she is literally about to hit murderous rage levels of anger.
Yeah. He programmed Pike's pod to wake him up 16 days
Oh,
early.
she's already gone. She's headed. You don't even need to make.
I'm
a roll for
following
this.
after her,
Oh,
telling
okay,
her what
yeah.
he did.
Yeah, she leaves. She goes straight to the nearest lift, and she's going down to the mechanics bay.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing here big enough for her to hit him in the head with. Short of going to the armory.
So, and then I just go back to Matt after having my sister go off being super pissed because she's gonna have to now check all of his work because he's a murderous bastard, and now we can't trust anything he's ever done.
Yeah, so she's gonna be super busy too. That's part of the reason why she's mad. So you're going to Matt now, correct?
Oh yeah, no, I'm basically like standing at the foot of Coblins's pod, tapping my foot, pissed.
Yeah. Matt is standing there with the datapad again, and you know this because you set it to go off every so often on a diminishing number of minutes alert sort of thing. So you know that there's a little red light in the corner of his datapad that is now blinking, indicating that there is yet another new notification. And he's like, God damn it, now what? And he taps on the tablet a couple of times, and oh, well, that's good news. Yes, we're picking up the distress signal from the Chimato. He doesn't say this exactly, but Dudge, as soon as he woke up, went to go check the flight status and has tapped in that the ship is picking up the distress beacon signal for the ship.
I mean, at least it's here.
Yeah,
and not in the infinity of space.
Yeah, it's it looks like it's about 2,000 kilometers off that way. He points in some random direction that may or may not even be accurate at all.
Looks at it precisely there.
Yeah, he doesn't even bother. He's like, yeah, it's like off that way, 2,000 kilometers, posing pretty quick. We need to deal with this first, though. Don't worry, I sent Alita and Hamida to go get cuffs, and Alita said something very happy about stun baton.
Yeah, my sister's going and getting probably some very heavy wrenches.
That checks out. I'm gonna have to stop her. We can't kill him outright, can we?
Every single
Matt
thing
would
he's
probably
ever
just punch
touched
him
on
on his
this
way out,
ship
too.
is now considered
Pike walks
dangerous.
in. I feel like this is perfect timing.
Yes.
Pike walks in. He's just in his skivvies. So
Yeah.
hey, we get another shirtless scene.
Yeah.
We
get damn near clothless scene.
He walks in on that line and says, "We might not, without it being a crime, but this is your boat, Captain. You get to make your own extrajudicial decisions."
He stops, and probably one of the few times that you've ever known him, he's got a very stern, concerned, and deadly serious look on his face when he looks at you. It's like, so, what happened? I have this note from daughter, but it didn't seem to have a whole lot of detail. I bet you've got all the answers. I don't know if he would have said it like that, but here we are.
He sabotaged my tube, so I'd have to spend 16 days going insane to kill myself. Tried to erase the records. Daughter managed to recover it. I assume you're asking me all this because you've seen it, but just in case something else hinky happened, and he reaches into the band on his underwear and pulls out the SD card. It's like,
oh, cool, underwear dice. That I almost said dice. Underwear disc. Always what I wanted. He reaches out for it.
This is a copy from from right after it was recovered. So if you want to compare them, I don't know. I don't know what else Koblenz had set up going on. But I convinced daughter that for the safety of the crew, somebody who was trying to kill the crew needed to be sealed until the legal authority on board could decide what to do with him, and that's you.
He just does one of those like, God, wipes a hand over his face. You can tell he's obviously stressed out. You get the impression that he's like, he was expecting to wake up and have one problem to deal with, and now not only does he have that problem to deal with, he has this whole new other problem, which seems like it would be super easy to handle by simply killing Commons and being, all right, we're done with that problem. But there's a part of him where you could tell he's definitely going back and forth about whether or not he wants to shoot him, space him, or do something else that doesn't involve his death.
I will say, I mean, he was deleting all this stuff. Daughter was able to recover the deleted security footage, but the pod reprogramming erased itself when the pod cycled.
So that might be good. Means whatever he did may or may not still. I see your concern. That's why you went to Met. Okay, it checks out. Oh look, there's Alita.
I didn't know if there was going to be another program in there to fucking kill me when I got back in the pod, just so that it would look like I fucked with my pod and killed myself. I don't know. That's some badge man shit.
Remind me one day to tell you that you are incredibly paranoid. Anyway, Alita, Hamida, please take that piece of shit and put him in the quiet room and lock his ass to a fucking wall.
I want to make sure that the first thing he breathes in is stun baton.
I mean, he's already going to be disoriented a little bit when he first wakes up, but let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. So yeah, Alita,
breathe deep, motherfucker.
All right, so I think you and Hamida have a brief, no words spoken conversation in facial gestures, and you guys go over to Coblin's tube. She opens it up so that you are there with the stun baton the moment his eyes open up, and you zap him. I'm assuming you zap him immediately. Okay, because I'm imagining this is somewhere between because I imagine the stun baton is somewhere between it's what a mag light and a cattle prod would look like if they had love chill.
Yes,
probably. Yeah.
You can whack with it, but you can also just prod them.
Yeah, or smack them and prod them at the same time. Bam!
Basically, yeah. There is a stamina roll to make.
Yes.
Basically
for goblins to make, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Be happy
so baton takes 1 or more damage, must take an immediate stamina roll, doesn't count as an action, or be stunned for 1 round. So I got to do an attack roll.
I think it's safe to say you don't need to do that. We'll make a stamina roll for him just to see how he responds. He doesn't. That's not favorable for him. So I don't know if that's came through for you guys, but he did. He's yeah. So I think what happens is his eyeballs open. You see that he starts to recognize that he's waking up, and then realizes that there's somebody in his face. And at about that same second, he gets zapped, and the eyes just roll back, whites of his eyes for about 2 seconds, and then the eyelids flutter closed, and he's out.
Okay.
You can now do whatever you want with him. Of course, the captain's instructions.
Drag him and
cuff him and drag him.
Drag him and put the cuff him on. Yep.
Okay. Pike is staying away from this. He doesn't want to. He obviously wants Warren to just like kick his ass out of the airlock. Well, but he also doesn't want.
Pike is growing as a person. He's able to sit back and let other people
do the murdering for him.
He's supervising.
He's a murderer supervisor now.
He's also confident, right? He's confident that Warren is, in his mind, he's confident that Warren is going to weigh this rescue mission versus having to deal with securing a prisoner and just kill Koblenz for trying to kill another member of the crew to simplify the mission and be able to like succeed at the mission and not have to like have half his security team always on board trying to deal with this jackass.
Yeah. So
but he's also trying to be like, okay, like I understand like with what the bots told me. If I just fucking murder them, then I committed murder. But if Warren kills him, then Warren doesn't get in trouble. So
yeah, the big difference here is that there's a paper trail if Warren does it. There's justification for why he did it. And as the captain, he's allowed to do that. If you did it, you can't, in this particular case, you can't even argue self-defense.
Yeah, because his first thought was to just press the barrel of that shotgun against the glass of the cryotube and empty the shotgun into Koblenz while
Oh,
he was
speaking
asleep.
of, where is that shotgun right
I put it back. He
Oh,
asked
okay.
me to put it back, so I put it back.
now? Okay. So yeah, so Alita and Hamida drag him off. He is completely limp and non-responsive. I mean, he's asleep. He's not dead or anything. But he will be detained in the quiet room. And then, as that is going on,
I'm
Matt,
gonna
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna hop in the shower. Like Pike is trying really hard to be ready to because we're trying. Obviously, we're here for a rescue mission, right?
Yeah.
And there's a whole
Mhm,
split
mhm.
focus thing going on, and he's like, okay, if I'm gonna support Warren, then I need to make sure that he has his assets on lock and ready. So I run straight to the shower, take that BMT shower, sprint back out, and get dressed so that I can kit up and like be standing by in the EVA room
Yep.
Mm.
for the captain and for Hamida.
So yeah, while you're doing all that, I will say Dudge is up on the flight deck, maneuvering the ship in to close with the Chimato no Kami. The basically everybody else in the crew after that initial like flurry of excitement and Koblenz being dragged off almost anticlimactically. Everybody else is more or less scattering off. Nina at some point comes back up and she is literally dragging this gigantic fucking wrench. She's like, "Where is he? Where is that motherfucker?" And she realizes that the moment has come and gone. She's like, "God damn it! Now I gotta drag this stupid thing back down." It doesn't take long for
That's what she gets for grabbing the breaker bar
Yeah.
used on tires of the
yeah
AVVs.
instead of just the hefty old 10 millimeter. Obviously, 10 millimeter is not hefty, but you know what I mean. It doesn't take long for Dudge to get the ship lined up, and he yells over to the captain to basically, "Hey, all right, so you want a hard dock or you want to float over?" And Warren's like, "Octavia, I need you up here for science things." I don't think he would actually call it quite like that. They're like,
I need your nerd shit.
"Yeah, need your science officer
I would
things."
actually be appropriately dressed and ready to go.
Okay.
This is probably the first time they've seen me dressed up in proper like ship uniform and everything.
Okay. The you head up to the deck when Warren calls you up. I feel like at some point Warren's like stopped off at his office and grabbed some quick like coveralls or something, so not completely, walking around in his white underoos.
Yeah.
You don't need to make a roll for this. You do pick up the transponder, the Chimato. Of course, now it's only several kilometers away instead of thousands. It is running on a minimal level of power, drifting, and both of its lifeboats are missing, and you are picking up signs of some radiation. The book would call it weak radiation. To be clear, as you guys should recall, these on your ship where it's called the Class D science boat and the relief boats, those are your the main escape pods basically. You obviously have the EEVs, but the bigger ones can separate as per Prometheus.
So in the couple of hours it took us to go over here, can I do something with my science or comms tech to see what we can learn as we're flying over here? Because I mean, we're in range of optical sensors.
Yes. I'm gonna say no only because what you would pick up is not much more than what I would have told you, or what I have told you. Like basically what I told you, you would have found on the way over. There's not really much more information that you.
Okay.
Sorry, I know you want to make a roll and do things, and I'm totally cool with that. It's just that there's no additional information. Anybody else? As Warren is starting to piece this information together and basically looking for people that want to go over, or assigning people who will go over.
I'll walk onto the bridge. I am kitted for I'm kitted for a space seizure. And just and I just look at the cabin and say, "Scout standing by."
Okay. At some point, Alita, you and Hamida are going to have a hard conversation. It's basically who guards this fuckstick and who goes over to the ship, and you already know Hamida's stance. She is like, "I hate to make you do this, I need you to keep an eye on this fuck stick, and she points at Coblins, so I can go see what's going on with my sister. But I also, as a player, wouldn't want to pull you out of the action, so you are more than welcome to attempt to consider other options with her. You're muted, it sounds like.
I'm gonna make an attempt.
Okay.
I think the supervisor of security should keep an eye on him.
I'm pulling rank.
I'm pulling mental health,
I'm pulling rank.
and I'm going to.
I'm pulling. I feel like this is so we're kind of joking about these quick little one-liner quips,
Yeah.
but I feel like the
Ready for
conversation is a
yourself?
little bit more in depth than that. I'm pulling familial
Yeah.
bond.
Uh,
Like I'm playing
I'm
fucking
pulling-
cards at Magic the Gathering or something right now.
You
Oh my
revealed my
god, he pulled
trap.
out an actual card.
You've revealed my trap.
No, my
card.
phone.
There's no
Oh.
atmosphere on that ship.
I'm gonna pull. I'm a UA marshal.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. She puts up a hell of a fight. This conversation goes longer than you probably would expect.
You
As a
can do
GM,
a roll.
yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to do a roll,
Um,
we can. But I will say this: if we decide not to roll, it will be the player character going over, if that's what you want to do.
Mm.
Only because I feel like not having a player in the action is a bad call to make if I can avoid.
Can I walk in?
Sure, absolutely.
I look at them. I come in because I kind of figured they would be arguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
it's
look
no
at
secret
Cobblins
that
and I'm like,
yeah, there's no secret that the
why don't you
sister
just put
thing
that dumbass back on ice and then you both come?
Hamida just stops
This
like
is why I'm a
mid-sentence.
two wits.
Yeah, Hamida stops like mid-sentence. She's like, "It's fucking dumb. Why didn't I think about that? Can I see your stomach, Tom, for
Why
a
did
second?"
anyone think of that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
She smacks
Um,
Coblins like dead in the back of the... Now, mind you, the whole time Coblins is still out. So she smacks the shit out of him in the back of the head with this thing on full blast. Make sure he's definitely knocked the fuck out. Uncuffs him and throws him up on her shoulder and drags him into the cryo bay.
why don't you put him in one of the med pods cryo
Ooh,
bays?
that's
Or
even
actually,
better. No, that's actually... Yeah, she would know that. I think everybody would know that there's that extra level of coma-inducing.
yeah, like they don't wake up automatically
Mhm.
ever.
Like,
They're
you have to
always-
literally call... You have to undo all that
Yes.
to wake him up.
And if you want to make sure that there's no like protocol that wakes him up while nobody's there, just flip the medical quarantine switch.
That's exactly
Now
what
he-
she's saying.
Now he can't wake up.
She actually
What
starts
if,
muttering
and
all
hear
that.
me out here,
What if we just
we
throw
put
his
him in a
ass
spacesuit? No, we put him in a spacesuit and then attach him to a radiator outside of the spaceship and then just like let him float there for a bit.
Not gonna lie, I was a little worried that when Marty stayed behind, that Marty was gonna flip the quarantine switch and then just start laughing at me when I went under.
I had not even thought about that.
I was a little worried.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you why at a later date. But
Yeah.
no, the radiator actually
Probably
probably
a bad
wouldn't
idea.
work because I don't.
No.
The thing is like the radiators are meant to expel heat into space because you have to get rid of the heat somehow, and it's not going to dissipate like it would in the atmosphere. The thing is I don't know what
No.
that range of like how close to the radiator can you get without being burnt? Like what's that minimum range of burning? You know what I mean? I don't know how
Oh,
that
it's
works.
a sucky amount of range. It's a sucky amount
Yeah,
of
you
range.
have to probably
So,
be like
it doesn't
incredibly
matter.
close. Yeah. Regardless, as I put my nerd card back in my pocket, she throws him up on her shoulder, lumps him off into the medical bay, throws him in a pod, closes it up, puts him in a coma. So now he's never waking up unless somebody wakes him up, and then flips the quarantine just to have an extra layer. She stops for a moment and grabs a data pad from somewhere, or maybe her own from her pocket or whatever. Inputs a whole bunch of like you just hear tap, 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 and you can tell she's getting ready to send a D-mail to the captain to let him know the status of the Koblins. Anybody near Warren a few seconds later hears him go, "Gee, another one?" And as he looked at his tablet to see what's going on, he's like, "I really got to stop. I got to put this thing away. Just deal with it some other way."
There's 12 people. Stop fucking texting me.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. The group chat won't shut up. But I feel like Warren would definitely be that guy that's like, I'm just going to use technology to stay abreast of everything so I don't have to be in my office all the time. Turns out being in your office all the time might have been a better option.
He gets the ding and he turns in his chair to an occupied console and goes, "I'm right fucking here."
And it was
I
just
do
like
that
an
to him just to
update.
mess with him.
Yeah. Oh, this is why you mess with him, because you know he does this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Alright.
so easy to do.
So
they
who
join
is
us, so they
going?
join us on the bridge.
So who is going over to the Shimada no Kami?
I told Hamida I'm backing her up.
Alright, so let's do this. Let's change scenes.
The player characters plus Hamida.
Give me 1 second. Let me ask this question.
Yes, because we
Well,
need
hang on.
science.
Hang on 1 second. Let me get to where. Nope, that's. So we're gonna go. We're gonna activate this. Don't
Oh, wow.
know if you guys actually see anything yet. I need to double check one of things.
The Chimichurri no Nami.
Yes, that. Okay. All right. So I'll put you guys. There's an airlock right there where it says EVA suits. Okay. So we know Alita is going over.
Yep. Okay. Jesus.
Westcott is going over, I assume. Pike is going over. And Hamida has made a big fat stink about it. It's Hamida. Oh, Hamida is going over. Who else, if anyone else, is going over?
No one.
So let's do like an inventory here. So we definitely need security personnel. We need science for radiation. Do we need maybe a mechanic to figure out if we can like no? Okay.
We can't afford to take one because the ship has to have one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You're
have
down to
one
one
that-
mechanic right now. But you can take Finn or Dudge. Although, no, you wouldn't want to take both of them because they're both
I would
pilots.
like to counter.
I don't think either of them.
would hold on. I would like to counter with I have a Geiger counter.
I have a Seaburn too.
And I have a Seaburn kit.
Okay.
Which is the other thing I wanted to take is the inventory of what we're bringing with us.
Sure. By all means, plan this out before you leave the ship. You've got, I mean, other than the fact that there's the whole, whatever happened over there may not be bad, we may need to want to get over there quickly. You have all the time in the world before you step off your ship and into theirs.
Right. So I have two questions.
Okay.
First, before we connect the docking collars,
Mhm.
While we're close to it, are there any signs of the atmosphere venting from any parts of the ship?
Yeah.
Does not appear to be.
When we connect the airlock, does it show that the interior on the other side of the airlock is pressurized?
It appears to be pressurized with breathable.
Should we go EV suits?
You know there's radiation, so somebody making that suggestion is not a bad idea. That does kind of get in the way of wearing any armor in case you have to fight anything. Well, you guys don't have a whole lot.
Right, we don't
anyway.
Yeah.
Like does.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
for
No,
us,
well, do you? Because didn't a lot of it get acid eaten up?
No.
I thought it did.
Nope.
I still have the Kevlar riot vest, but I can take that off.
Through sheer fucking luck, I kicked a lot of ass.
You did. It was ridiculous the amount of ass that was kicked that day.
So if you want to, we can have part of the group in EVA suits with the Seaburns to try to figure out, the rad zones and make sure that, we've got good ammo. And I can follow along as the firepower. So if we do have a problem, I can step up and fucking kill it.
I just raise my hand and remind everyone that I have training on starship mechanics or spaceship mechanics.
Yeah.
So
we've got
I literally have the talent for it.
But yeah, if you want, like, if you wear an EVA suit, then if there's a rad leak of some kind, you can try to address it. So that it gets to a low enough level that we can safely pass through.
Yeah, an EVA suit is the closest us civilians are getting to any form of body armor.
And it's not.
Yeah, but I'm making the point.
What is it? Oh, it's a compression suit is what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which one's the old school shit? 50? Mark 50?
I don't remember.
Well, my little others. You're definitely not getting the combat compression suit, so.
No, because there's the 35. There's the 35 and the 50. One of them is the really fancy Prometheus one, and the other one is the old school one.
So I've got my 357 Magnum.
Okay, the Mark 35 is standard issue for the Marine Corps. Mark 50 is introduced 6 decades ago. The reliable Mark 50 is still a common sight on the frontier.
Okay, so the Mark 50s.
Yeah, that's what
I would also like a Mark 50. I'm not gonna wear it right away, but I am gonna I would like to have a Mark 50.
Yeah, I'm putting them on you guys right now.
Is there a possibility of getting a motion detector?
Let me get the
That's a hard
50s.
sell.
Let me get the Mark
Sorry.
50s taken care
That's a
of. Give me a
tough
second.
sell.
Give me a
Yeah.
moment. Give me a moment. I'm putting them in your inventory. It'll be up to you to put them in the appropriate location.
Hmm. So I got to take off my Kevlar vest, eh?
Yes, the way I understand it, yes.
I mean, you can probably just put it in your inactive, and it's just not providing armor for you right now.
Yeah, put it in your
Yeah, okay.
inactive. You don't take it off because that way I don't have to worry about trying to drag it on there.
No, I can
Just to
add it
verify,
locker.
right now I'm only tracking the 3 of you plus Hamida going on the ship. Is there anybody else going over with
No,
you? It's
I
just
think
the
we're
4 of
good.
you.
I think that's us.
Unless Matt wants to shoot something.
Okay. All right. So I have
Um,
Mark 50. Everybody should have a Mark 50. Double check and make sure.
How do I move
Mhm.
my things from inactive to my footlocker again?
Just left
Right
click on
click.
the.
No.
Oh no! Right
You
click on the
right click
item
on the
thingy.
edit box, and you can send it to locker.
Oh,
Okay,
I
thank you.
misunderstood. All right. What else do you want to take that you may not already have on your inventory? Whatever you
So,
bring, obviously, whatever you bring with you is what you're gonna have with you until something changes.
I'm putting my pistol in my inactive because it's in my leg. It's not outside of my compression suit. So I have it,
I'm
but I
back.
can't get to it easily.
Right. Yeah. That makes it better.
I need I would insist on a backpack that provides a source of food and water, just for backup emergency needs,
Mhm,
a
mhm.
medical kit of some kind, and then a source of power and light.
Isn't there?
I got a
It's
high-beam
the
flashlight
individual
on me.
marine pack.
Yes,
Yeah.
the civilian version, of course, but I don't think there actually exists a civilian version of that. But
Well, actually,
so
there is a heavy safari pack that has. Let's see. Large waterproof backpack comes standard equipped with a med kit and supply rating 6 worth of food and water. In addition, the pack
Yes.
allows you to carry 2 more regular size items than normal without becoming over encumbered. So
cool.
yes.
I want one of those, and I want a shoulder lamp with a backup battery. So I want a shoulder
Your
lamp and 2
inventory.
batteries, basically.
Heavy safari for you. The heavy no, what is it? It's the lamp. In our high beam shoulder lamp.
And then, do we have like the equivalent of a what do I call it? Like a toolbox or a toolkit for use of heavy machinery.
Maintenance jack.
Yeah, the
That's
maintenance
what
jack.
that is.
There's the
Mm.
maintenance jack and the what's the other one? There's another one.
Basically,
It's
I'm
just
literally
the
taking a
maintenance jack and the
toolkit with me
e-tools.
because I assume we cannot easily access anything on that side.
Mm.
You should probably give Pike the maintenance jack.
Electronic
I'm
tools.
I have
She's got
okay.
pack rat or something.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 4 of 16 kilograms right now.
Although if you want a maintenance jack, I can definitely give you one as well.
Sure.
Yeah, having more than one is good.
I'd like to make
Actually,
Doors my
making him
bitch.
carry electronics tools would be good as well in case one set of them gets damaged.
Sure.
Also, I'm at 4 stress.
That
Reset
should
your
be
stress and
0.
panic to
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. So I have good medical skills, good comm and okay heavy machinery.
I can just grunt my way through the machinery problems.
Yeah.
Mostly
I
because
have
he has
2
15
points.
strength dice.
Yeah. So I have
Surprisingly, he's good at
my
fixing
heavy
things.
machinery check on ships, on starship stuff is a 6 dice. So like your strength is like
And
the
you said you had
entire
Starship
value of my
Mechanic?
skills.
Because I think that gives you like +2 off the top of my head.
Yeah, it does.
I have 7 strength, so my heavy machinery rolls are 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow that makes you a really good mechanic. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but I was making a joke. Anyway,
Yeah.
anything else? Any other items?
There's no knuckle busters when everything's easy.
Yeah, so I don't have any weapons on my person, and I don't think I really should take them
Okay.
because I will be focusing on stuff like that. So, is the radiation detection, the Geiger counter, a specific item?
Is the guy?
It's part of this. It's part of the Seaburn kit.
Okay,
And
Mhm.
I've
then
seen
I
at
have the
least one or
Seaburn
two
kit.
of those. Yeah. And as per the rules, a weak radiation is you have to basically make. I want to say a stamina. Is it stamina? I feel like it's stamina.
Yeah, it's stamina.
For what?
He's
So
just taking rads.
every shift, so every 6 to 8 hours, you
Yeah.
have to make a stamina roll, and if you fail, you get 1 radiation point. Basically, you lose 1 health,
Mm.
and you can't recover that health without exiting the radiation area, which for mechanical reasons is this shift.
Hmm.
Okay. Is there any specialty medical supplies you guys want me to bring along?
No, I just want a first aid kit.
You want a first aid kit?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that called a first aid kit?
Or it's whatever the regular med kit is.
Personal med kit.
Yeah.
Um,
So if I get hurt, there's stuff for someone to use on me.
I think it
Mhm.
would be safe to say that. Do you have any medical kits in your bag? 'Cause
I have one, yes.
Where is med? Why am I not seeing the medical? Silver? Oh, there's. I'm gonna give you 2 medical kits. So, Westcott, you're the doctor right now,
Yeah.
and you could put those in your bag if it makes it easier for management.
Can I have a cutting torch?
That's the other fucking maintenance thing. I couldn't think of it. Oh, shit.
I actually just pulled out the
What's the difference between the cutting torch and the cutting torch asterisk? Yeah.
One's the
I have
weapon
no idea.
profile, and the other one's the maintenance profile.
Oh, I see. Yeah, one's literally in the equipment folder, one's in the weapons folder. So put the one in the equipment folder in your bag.
Oh, right. I need my shoulder lamp. Yay, flashlight.
Lamp. Okay, you have a
How
lamp.
much air should I have?
5.
I have 7.
Nice.
That's a bit much. I won't complain. You should definitely have whatever the full load of air is. Your suits,
Hmm.
because I imagine they would be recharged after use.
do we
Max
do we
air
have
supply
a bottle
5.
of liquor around here somewhere?
Yeah, I can't change it.
I'm
Bottle
gonna
of
ask for
liquor.
something weird. I'd like some hard liquor and some nap relief. Because if we run
Well, it's
into
'cause I
some
have
very
a.
distressed people on the
Alita
ship,
has 5 air.
I have
Nope,
5
Oh,
air.
not
I
anymore.
just saw 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full face personal rebreather mask.
That's why, because you get 2 from that.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's why you have 7 air. Okay. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Rodance, you were asking for what
Sorry.
again?
Nap relief and hard liquor. Because if we run into a very distressed person, slapping them with some de-stress meds and forcing them to drink some alcohol to calm the fuck down is a solid option. Assuming they're still alive.
Mm.
I'm assuming they're all alive right now.
Mm.
Just probably panicked the fuck out.
Look, it's Schrodinger's crew, right? They're both alive and dead until we open the door.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, I gave you
Well-
5. I gave you 5 nap relief and a bottle of hard liquor. In
thanks.
fact, this hard liquor, if you want, we can say it was Coblin's. Confiscated at some point between him
Fuck
being
Coblins.
put in the med
Coblin's.
pod and coming over. You're like, you know what? I know that fucker's got a bottle of some vodka in there. And sure as shit, he's got a bottle of vodka that has the word hammer, but it's in Russian letters.
Hamraz?
I can. I'll say it's
Okay, I think I've hit the limit of everything I could think that I could need.
All right, let's go.
I am not I'm not taking any weapons because I'm already at 6.5 kilos.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, Molotov.
We're doing it.
I can carry some stuff.
Hammer is
Oh.
Molotov. There's a couple other words that could be used too, but this works for me.
Meletup.
Anyway,
Yeah, so 16 plus days of them being gone, that's a long time to just be stranded on a ship.
well, the
This
thing,
ship's got a lot
so
of
keep in
provisions on it
mind,
and
so the
stuff.
timeline that you would understand is that there were a certain number of check-ins that they were supposed to make, and they missed
Mhm.
enough to trigger somebody being, hey, we need to send somebody out there. And then it took 16,
It's
so
been-
20 days,
it's been-
whatever, to get there.
It's been a
Whatever
lot longer than
happened
16 days.
may not necessarily means that they're all dead or have been dead for 15, 20 days. Something, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but the fact that when
Yeah.
you arrived, the state of the ship does not look promising. Low power, radiation,
Mhm.
the escape pods are
Mhm.
gone, or excuse me, the escape boats are gone, the two big ones.
Mhm.
And
That's a good sign.
yeah, it means that most likely the people are alive, or at least in theory, they were alive when they left.
Yeah.
That said, I think now is no, we can go a little bit
Kinda
longer. We
early.
can go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too much of a hurry to go back to work.
Yeah.
All right. Any final options before you transit over into the airlock and then into the EVA suit room?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna switch.
I guess we just gotta have a plan, right? So it's a similar
gotta
shift than what we have, right?
Correct.
We got to sweep the ship.
Yep. You're
Yeah.
gonna want to see. Basically, your mission at this point is to go over there and figure out what has happened.
Does the
Hmm.
air taste stale? Like it's
Are
not
you suited up?
circulating? I mean, it's pressurized. It's supposedly breathable, so I'll pop my visor. And
Okay. The air has a certain stale is a word. It's not specifically stale. But it is definitely got a certain stale quality to it. There's a kind of a not necessarily burnt electric smell, but something reminiscent of it. I don't know. It's kind of weird to explain. There's
Alright.
definitely some smells that feel like
that's
this.
Good. That's good enough.
I'm sorry.
Pike's not that smart. That's good enough.
Yeah.
He closes his
Hmm.
visor.
I will point out one of the things you do notice is the signage in this ship. Everything is in English, just like on your ship, but there's an additional line of Japanese characters underneath the main English line of characters. So, for instance, where it says EVA suits, there would be a line of Japanese letters underneath that presumably says EVA suits in Japanese.
Sure.
I would hope so.
I mean, it could also say "fuck you, Pike," but none of you speak
It could.
Japanese, so
Yeah. For all he knows. Maybe they're maybe they had a fortune teller on board that knew I'd be here someday.
yeah, maybe. All right, now I realize you guys have limited sight lines. There is minimal power. That's
Yep.
the main reason.
I have a flashlight, if that makes any effect.
It should, if I'm not mistaken, it should increase your sight line for. Am I crazy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see all the way up here.
So Pike.
Yeah,
is gonna
I can see
turn
the
to
entire
others.
room.
Yeah, we're good. So Pike is going to turn.
I can
to
see a
the
little bit
others
out of the room.
and say, "I can take Westcott to the bridge if you two want to start sweeping for survivors."
How do you feel about that, Amita?
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking a little bit there. Yeah, no. Hamida's like, yes, survivors. We need to find my sister.
Hey, Hamida.
Yeah.
Remember the jungle?
Jungle.
Don't-
Yes.
Yeah, don't be me. And he leaves to go to the bridge.
I will let you determine whether or not you see the eye roll that she gives you. But you can tell when she does it, she's like, "Fuck you, Pike," and is immediately back on the whole like, "Gotta find my sister. Gotta find my sister." So yeah, Hamida will follow Alita, and Pike and Westcott, the dynamic duo that the two of you are. All right, so we'll do this more or less one room at a time by group.
Okay.
All
all right.
So we'll start with Heath and Westcott. You guys are going up into the bridge, yes?
I will connect the. Oh, okay. Well, I'm being paranoid.
Yeah.
I connect the maintenance jack and check to make sure. I check the readout to make sure that the room on the other side is pressurized.
Yep. Yeah. Unless I tell you otherwise. Well, no. Let's just leave it. room by room. The next room has air.
Yeah. Then I'll open the door, step in, do my sweeping, move on up, check the next door for pressure.
There's. Let me double check. Hold on. I want to make sure. Yep. There is air.
Okay. I will swing the door. And as I step across, I know I can't see all the way across, but my smart gun will tell me if anything's moving.
There is nothing moving, but the smell of death is rampant in this room.
Too bad I can't smell it.
Bitch, calm down, dude. Love you. Find something else to do. My cat is incessantly running. So
I would have, just as like a note, I would have asked Westcott to try to pull up records of what Hamida's sister looks like. Because I didn't want to ask Hamida what her sister looked like so that I could, if I do find her sister's body, I'll know.
yes.
Yeah. Well,
That's
how else
Yeah,
would we get her
so
dental
we all would have
records?
gotten pictures of everybody on this
Stop.
ship because they would have had that information available to us. And if not, we would have insisted on it because this is a known list of people in this ship.
Correct. So you do see as you come into this room, into the bridge, there are scattered about. Initially, you can see the three in front of you. These are humans, which may be a weird thing for me to lead off with.
Are they crew members?
It's not human, and no, they are not.
Mike up. Hey guys, we have bodies of non-crew and non-human.
In fact, let me double check.
Non-crew.
Let me double check my notes really fast.
Hold on, let's get the info so we can
You
get
guys,
a report.
before I forget, the two of you do gain 1 stress from the scene. It's pretty grisly. I know Pike is absolutely totally okay with dead bodies. The problem isn't so much these dead bodies, it's these dead bodies. I actually need to look up their description because I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. So give me just a quick second here. I think I'm in the wrong. No, I am. Look at this. Quick check. All right, well, let's see. Sorry, guys. Give me just a quick second. These not human. They are genderless, lithe. Their bodies are a little too long, a little just out of proportion. Silver gray skin lies taut over what appears to be some sort of biomechanical series of tube-like bulges and protrusions, almost as if it were an extra dark skeleton. They have sores all along their bodies, massive, varying shapes, sizes, etc. You guys are at least somewhat familiar with the effects of radiation poisoning, so
Radiation?
Yes, these are radiation burns.
Yeah, but so they don't look like they're like altered people. They look like aliens of some kind, or they don't look human.
They have human-ish features, but they are all like long, elongated, lithe, super tight skin, and weird tubular like bulges from beneath the skin.
Okay.
That's why you have the stress. It's they definitely appear very much not human, but humanoid, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the other bodies are humans, varying states of wearing different equipment and things like that. But again, it's obvious that radiation is what killed them.
Right, but and all of them are obviously not crew.
I'm sorry, all of them are what?
All of them are not members of the crew.
Correct.
All right. So Pike will get on the radio. We have 5 unknown KIAs and 2 Echo Tangos, both dead.
Okay.
Signs of
I'll chime
illness.
in. Any signs of what a cause of death other than radiation? KIA?
Are you asking me or Pike? Sorry.
She's asking Pike.
Pike.
Pike will look down at this dude next to him. Does it look like there was anything other than radiation? Does it look like he got shot, stabbed, kicked? Like,
There are what you would recognize as some sort of. There's signs of some sort of a struggle. Like he took a couple of,
Mhm.
maybe he took a couple of blows to the head or something along those lines. But none of them none of them actually look like they would have been enough to kill him. It looks like they finally succumbed to radiation.
Mm,
I shouldn't say finally. It looks like what did it in was the radiation.
So he'll
Mm.
answer with looks like signs of resistance, but these guys definitely won before the rats killed them.
Dead ship. Cap.
Wow, that's just the bridge. Stand by for technical analysis.
Okay, let's go to
Yeah.
the other two. This will be Alita,
Mm-hmm.
followed up by an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever you go, she will follow unless she suggests otherwise for some reason. But she is also, anytime she gets a chance, she's right at your shoulder instead of right behind you, because she wants to find
What is
her
a
sister.
JCT
Junction.
junction? Oh, that makes sense. We're gonna go to the ready room and cryo, I guess, to see what happened over there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. I'm gonna check the door if there's anything going on, but probably just open it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to open it, yeah. Door opens right up. There's air on the other side. It doesn't
Cool.
seem to be.
I have a thing anyways, so
Yeah, this room doesn't seem to be typically, or it doesn't seem any out of the ordinary. This is obviously the where all the cryopods are.
mm-hmm.
You obviously hear the things from Pike at this point as you start looking around inside the room.
Oh, and I will, the very end of my transmission will be no sister.
Okay.
No sister.
Yeah, Hamida is like you hear her cut in a couple times and then stop, kind of like how I interrupt and then realize I'm interrupting. And then when you finally say no sister yet, and she's like, okay, all right, cool. I don't know where she is though.
Maybe someone's hiding in the shower.
Maybe there's nobody in the shower.
Yeah. Wait, there he is. Okay, cool.
And then,
Okay.
all right. Anything else in the ready room / cryo bay?
Nope. Heading towards the briefing room now.
Okay, cool. Pike and
Let me know if
Octavia.
I can go. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
Let me know if I can go.
Okay, yeah. Pike and Octavia. What would you guys like to do for your next turn?
I break out
You
my
got tech
Seaburn kit
analysis?
and do diagnostics.
Okay. Give me a
Hmm.
Seaburn roll, which is observation plus whatever Seaburn kit gives you.
It gives me the plus
I'm gonna say +2.
2 modification to sickness rolls, but I think it actually gives me the ability to make the check.
That sounds right.
Let me double check something. I would like to use my analysis. So as part of my observation, these aren't directly alien, but I think it's kind of an alien situation.
Okay. I guess what I'm asking is, what's your big ask here? What's the main thing you're looking
Is there anything going on in this area biologically or radioactively?
for? Okay.
I mean, we know what we expect to find, but that doesn't mean that's actually what we will find.
Right. Go ahead and give me your Seaburn roll, and I'll give you some information. Would you like to push for additional successes?
Yes.
Okay. You have 3 successes. So the first thing is obviously there's radiation going on here. What you are able to determine is that at some point, I don't know how this would work exactly and how you would detect it, especially with the Seaburn kit, but here's what happened that you can tell. there appears to have been a massive dose of radiation released all at once, and then over the last several days at least, it has dissipated. It's still a weak level of radiation now, but at one point it spiked super high. And that's what basically
Yeah.
incapacitated, and then because of how long it took to dissipate, later killed the people in this bridge.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
the
a
high dose
question.
by itself would kill people.
Yeah.
That's honestly, yeah,
I have a
the
question.
equivalent of using medical aid on their bodies, basically.
Mhm.
Except that
So-
I went the analysis route because we have aliens here as
Right.
well.
So I have a clarification for your analysis question.
Sure.
So looking at the saturation of rads here and like the dissipation rate and whatnot, can she determine whether or not it's a stellar phenomena or whether or not like the reactor on the ship released that burst of radiation?
I will answer that with one of your additional successes, one of those 2 extra, if that's
Yes.
okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the type of radiation, while we can't get into the specifics for a couple of reasons. One, basically, I don't know the answer from a scientific standpoint, but also just for the story. It appears to be related to the reactor.
Cool. And then for my other success,
Mhm.
is there any working terminals on the bridge?
No. You attempt to activate or access the terminals, and the closest thing that would make sense to you without a comtech role is there is no operating system.
Okay, so also I have to just point out the word captain console is misspelled.
Yes, that's
That's-
unfortunately so.
It's the same on our ship.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, I copied it. I basically duplicated the same imagery and just set this for this mission. Renamed it basically.
Okay, I just had to look at it and go.
I could change it if I wanted to look at that imagery and then Photoshop it, but I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that is roughly 1 turns of work. Let's go to the next 2. Actually, before I do that, Pike, is there anything you want to do, or were you more or less assisting over the shouldering?
He's just looking to keep giving reports. So, like, is Westcott just like freely monologuing all the info that she's getting as she
Yeah,
gets
well,
it?
I'm giving you all this information because you have to pass it back to our captain and to the other team. And I also conclude that we can't collect any further information from the bridge because there is no power.
Do you mention that the computers have been wiped? There's no
Yeah, there's
operating
something wrong
system or
with the
anything?
computers. They could be wiped purposefully, or they could just have so little power they won't come on properly.
All right. He gets on the comms.
Or the radiation caused it.
Says, all
Yeah,
right,
radiation can destroy computers as well.
the tech update.
Yeah.
It appears radiation was from a reactor burst, not natural. Given the state of the ship, might have been an intentional. Otherwise, tech is a total failure. Computer systems are either heavily damaged in some way. We've got nothing else we can do from here. There's nothing else we can do from here unless we go to engineering. Tech team proceeding to engineering.
Mordance, I will point out, because of your comtech capabilities, that while the ship's terminals and stations and whatnot are inaccessible here, that it is possible that Daughter is a bit more shielded and might be able to give more information as to what happened, as far as like ship's logs and things of that.
Yeah, so we know we want to go to Daughter, and we know we need to go to engineering.
Yep.
So it's 6 1/2 does
Okay.
the other.
Yep. I just wanted to point that out.
Well,
I didn't want you to think that the computer was completely out. It was just not an option here.
It is a shorter trip to Daughter. Tech
Sorry?
team,
So who's going where?
Tech team proceeding to Daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Before that conversation, though, Alita and Hamida, the pseudonym, or no, what's the word I'm looking for? The similar phone, the sounds. It's the sounds. Never mind. Overbrained it. Go ahead. Where are you going next? You said you were going to the briefing room next. Okay.
Yeah, I can head to the Daughter if you guys want to go to engineering, or we can go to engineering first.
Yeah.
No, I feel like your team is best equipped to locate and assist survivors.
Cool.
Yeah. I would
Opening
rather you
junction.
scan and clear the ship.
Engineering
make
is, I
sense?
believe, on deck C, unless I'm mistaken.
We're gonna head to Daughter first, and then we're gonna head to engineering. And Like Pike is encouraging for Hamida's sake that their team do the room by room clear to try to see if you can find any survivors, because
Okay.
he knows that Hamida's only really going to be focused on that anyways.
Hmm.
Plus, you might find evidence of things that has been going on the ship.
Briefing room, while disheveled, and there's obviously things askew. Not much can otherwise be determined from this place. It looks like any old briefing room you've ever been in before. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to say something else.
Do you think the intercom works?
Probably not.
Hamid, if you say that out loud, Hamid would be like, I mean, I suppose there's one way to try it, but if it sounds like it was a radiation burst that took out things, entirely likely the wiring's not working quite right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay. Hold there for a second.
Next stop is there.
I'm gonna scoot you back just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
As you come out, there are two working Joes.
I do have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I have watchful, so
that's fine. You're not gonna go straight into combat right away.
Okay.
However, as you come out, you notice that there are two working Joes standing in front of you, wearing what you assume are the ship's coveralls, because on one side it says Chimato no Kami, and then underneath it in Japanese, and then on the other side, you see one is named. Hold on, let me double check, make sure I got this right. One is named Jake, and the other one is named Elwood, and they both stop and stand in front of you, blinking at you, and they ask, "Who are you? You are not part of the ship's crew. You are not authorized to be here. Who are you?"
I look at Hamida. I look back at them. We are part of a recovery crew. Do you have any information about what happened to the ship?
You are not authorized to be here. You must leave the ship immediately. Please, come with us.
Are they trying to grab us?
No.
Okay. Guys, there's a couple working Joes here, and they're telling us to leave.
Hey, Island Actual, you want to authorize us to be here as rescue from the same fucking fleet?
I'm sorry. What did you just say? This is Matt. I want to imagine that Matt's on like a live call with you guys. Not live call, but you know what I mean.
The presidential call. He's like got the red phone.
Well,
he's like listening in.
I imagine he's got some sort of status board with you, like live camera feeds or what otherwise would have been live camera feed, and a live open line with you guys. And he's like, "Wait, what's unauthorized? What are you talking about?"
We've got some working Joes here. They say we're unauthorized to be on the ship.
One of the working Joes in front of you, as you say that, in a somewhat louder and definitely more stern voice, as stern as a neutral voice can present, says, "You are not authorized aboard this vessel. You must leave the ship. Come with us." And takes a step forward.
We're clearing that right now. We're clearing that. It's okay. What does it say now?
You are unauthorized. You must leave the ship. And that is where we are going to roll initiative.
Okay. How strong are these things?
They're probably able to pick you up and rip you in half.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. My friend. Okay. Let me. No, I didn't want to. Okay, good. Actually, try to. I think we're gonna leave it right there.
Okay.
I can, if I have to, I can always restart the encounter on our next session. I feel like that's a really awesome cliffhanger. As what you do see, though, Alita, is as you are attempting to get somebody on the Solovetsky Island to grant authorization to these working Joes for you to be here. The working Joe nearest you is like, you are not authorized to be here. You are not complying, and it reaches to grab you, and that's where we roll credits. Let's take this back over to Zoom so I can see your pretty faces. Well, your pretty faces and Kane's stupid ass.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had to sneak another one in there. No, I don't actually want to see your ass. I should have fucking known better. As soon as I said it, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, you should have.
All right, let's talk experience. Did you participate? Yes.
Finally.
Yeah, lead it, really.
I mean, Alita for finally. But,
Yeah.
You know.
No, I know what you meant. Also, finally for us to finally fucking meet.
Yay!
Did you risk or sacrifice something for your personal agenda?
I was the first person to volunteer to go into the mysterious wreck of a missing ship in the ass end of fuck off nowhere.
This is true. You definitely did risk something yourself for your agenda, which is to basically take all the bullets for everybody else. So yes, I will give
Bullet
you that one.
sponge.
Bullet sponge.
I keep the crew in order.
Did you know?
No.
I'm sorry. I should have been quite so
No.
snarky. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
love that. No, that was so well delivered.
Octavia, did you sacrifice anything?
Seeing as my personal agenda is currently get Pike to act more human, fake it until he makes it, I would say probably not.
No, no. Unfortunately, did you risk your
We
life
didn't
for
do
your
much
buddy?
agendaing.
I would say I did. I
I
walked into a radiated hellscape to make sure my buddy had someone covering his back.
I'm assuming your
correct.
buddy is Pike. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I'm,
you really did walk in with him, so I'll give you that one.
I am taking the lead in sweeping everything before I let Westcott walk into a room
All right, that
Yeah.
might be slightly flimsy, but I'll
by
allow
myself.
it. Yep. Go ahead and roll that. I'll
Does
take that one.
Alita have a buddy right
I
now?
was just gonna say, Alita.
Doesn't have a buddy,
You
but
they have a rival?
is pals. No.
Okay. Sorry. Let's see. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival? Koblenz is not your rival for anybody, just for the record.
He's my
Yeah.
rival.
Everybody's your rival in that context.
No, you said we could use NPCs, and I picked Koblenz, and I got his ass arrested and he's on his way to possible execution.
You know what?
Was
You told me I could pick an NPC, and you knew.
Hey! I still have Captain Warren as my rival, so
And you definitely did try to fuck with him.
You gave me permission to do this.
Okay,
and
you
I
know
got his
what?
ass
You know what?
arrested.
This sounds like something I'd be okay with. So, all right, go ahead, Pike. Take your I fucked with Koblenz for a point. Luke, you were about to say something?
was tasing Koblenz dangerous?
No. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Because you snuck attack. You did a sneak attack on him. That wasn't really dangerous at all. I didn't even make you roll for
That was
it
a
first
violent
off.
or non.
Yeah, the only roll that
it
was
a
made in that was
non-violent or
him.
violent.
Yeah. We didn't have any panic rolls, only because we didn't really have any skill rolls. Pike, you did overcome a dangerous event using violence and non-violence.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
And non-violence. No.
I gave a Snickers bar to the school shooters.
That's no, you got that one definitely, because that whole waking up mid transit was meant to. I was hoping that 66.
If I rolled bad, it would have spiraled real fucking.
Oh yeah,
hard.
it would have. But you only rolled 1 point of damage that you later slept off anyway, so fine.
I was thinking the DD roll.
The what?
If I rolled high enough that I was like if I had rolled high enough that I was like, if the FTL had driven me nuts, like it would have been super bad.
The thing was is when I first wrote that part, I was thinking that the roll would be more, but then I actually looked at the rules. That's why when I had to do it for Dexter, I had an idea of what the rolls were going to be like, so I wasn't terribly concerned. I knew I wasn't going to go crazy, but you
just a fun nugget for the audience, just so that they know.
Yeah.
You get one added to the result, right? And you can never have a lower result.
Yeah.
So if I rolled a 6, then around day 10 I kill the entire crew.
No, you only go paranoid.
No. 7 is you go berserk and kill people.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure.
Nope. I'll show. So according to the that's the wrong. No, it's 150 or something. So neurological distortion disorder on PDF 151. 6 and 7. A result of 6 and 7 is paranoia. 8 and 9 is epilepsy. 10 and 11 is dementia. 12 plus is psychosis.
All right, never mind.
Now, if
I
you
was
change that table
wondering-
for your game, that's one thing.
I didn't. I just didn't want to look back up at the table and be like, "Ooh, let me do my risk assessment with math," because that felt gamey.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I definitely read it and was like, okay, yeah. So the worst thing that's going to happen is he's going to take 6 points of damage, so he may end up broken. Psychosis, or not psychosis, but the NDD's part, I wasn't terribly concerned about. It was the actual physical harm that I was concerned with.
Oh no, the 6 dice were never going to drop me.
Yeah, because you had to have to roll multiple 6s, and you only got one.
Well, I have 9 health. I could have rolled 6 6s and still gotten up and just been really pissed about it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think we really had too much in the way of dangerous. Things are getting dangerous. You know what? Well, you haven't overcome it yet, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, no.
The encounter with the working Joes who were insistent on getting
Yeah.
off their ship.
A little too much.
Yeah, significant discovery. Definitely Octavia and Pike for encountering the perfected.
Could I argue that Alita gets it when she got informed because Pike
Yeah, it's
framed
fair.
it that Koblenz tried to murder a crewman?
Oh, that definitely is absolutely for the whole Koblenz thing. Absolutely, definitely for that. Because now, the fact that he beat Dudge was one thing, but this is now arguably attempted murder, which is a whole new animal. And also, not for nothing, when you made the report of extraterrestrials, your Echo Tango, that would have counted as significant discovery as well. So,
Yeah.
Alita, go ahead and take that point as well.
Mhm.
Extraordinary actions. Ike, because it's funny to me, I'm going to give you this one. Because you exerted a certain amount of effort to not strangle or murder Koblenz when you found out that motherfucker tried to kill you.
I was going to argue. I had all the opportunity and no
You
one
had
around to stop me. I
so
didn't
much
care.
opportunity, and you were like, at every turn, no, I'm not going to kill him. No, I'm
And you
not
know
going
what's
to
so
kill him.
funny? Now that Warren isn't your character anymore, this would have been a great moment for Warren to have earned an XP.
And I'm going to tell you right now, because he's an NPC, I find it, for the story, killing Koblenz right now as Warren is absolutely justifiable, right? As a GM, I want the players to make that decision, though.
We already. I think.
I mean, listen,
I
we're not
think
going to have a
every
vote,
every
but
player character has already expressed their kill
Oh, yeah.
opinion.
oh yeah,
Pike just
I know.
straight up said, like, you're the one who gets to kill him.
Yep.
Westcott said there will be hell to pay if that motherfucker isn't out of an airlock. And Alita police brutality the shit out of him. We've all cast our player votes here. Like, Captain Warren has gotten his go ahead to kill him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It will happen, but I gotta extend it out a little bit for some comedic bit. Or just
I
like if you no, you know what? It's gonna be God,
I really want.
I'm gonna
really
pull a
want.
Clay Morrow on this guy. Sons of Anarchy reference where they took like 6 seasons to finally kill the bad guy that Clay Morrow actually ended up being.
Really, Pike really wants to be like, you know, like hand around the shoulders of Dudge, looking through the window of the airlock, and is like, "It's all right, Dudge. You save your family," and then you're out into space. Koblenz goes.
Rodance, any arguments? Rodance or Luke, for that matter, for extraordinary actions?
I managed to get both Hamida and Alita onto the ship at the same time.
You did?
You know what? I'll give that one to you. I'll give it to you. Only because we haven't played in a while.
They were arguing back and forth when the answer was just bring both of them.
Listen,
And I couldn't believe it.
I want to point out how difficult it was for me to continue arguing. Because as a GM, again, I really wanted I felt really bad if the player wasn't going to be in the action. Especially when Luke has sat there playing Warren, who has kind of not been in the action, and sometimes not being able to do Alita either. I was like, God damn it, no, I can't do this. But at the same time, Hamida would not have been down. Oh, man, I'm so glad you stepped in. He's like, just knock his ass out and put him in the med tube.
Yeah.
Then
It's gonna be
Um,
like
Pike comes by and flips
super.
the quarantine switch on him.
It's gonna be super fucking tragic here, right? Like the most narrative sad shit here would be like we comb the ship and there's dead people everywhere, and Hamida's sister's the one that did the reactor pulse to kill everybody and fry the computers. And we just like find her corpse like turbo irradiated, like over like slumped over the control panel. I'm calling it right now. That's my prediction. She's the one who set it off.
yeah.
She's super dead.
I
Like
mean,
extra
She looks
turbo
like the
dead.
elephant foot.
I've already established that she's the engineer or an engineer. So theoretical is
Oh,
definitely theoretical.
I did not remember that when I made my prediction. But see, now I'm like
Oh,
120%.
you know what? I think I did it when I did the recap. It was
Yeah.
of note, Hamida Amir is greatly concerned about the Chimato no Kami as her sister is an engineer on that ship.
I'm calling out. This is my prediction. She's the one who set off that radiation pulse to kill all these motherfuckers that were murdering her crew.
I predict that we're going to have to go rescue them from whomever these
Whoever
people
these new
who've been
ETs
flying
are.
around out here roguely. Because they came and stole a bunch of
Also,
shit.
like setting off that rad pulse certainly kills stuff, but like I feel like the rad pulse was chosen on purpose. I think the computers are dead for a reason.
Well, and the other thing is the ship isn't damaged on the outside. We would have seen that flying up.
Yeah, so the other question is how the fuck did these people get on board?
That's a good
The
question.
biggest question
I'm not gonna lie to you.
is
Like
Alita
off
gonna
the top of
die
my
next
head, I couldn't
episode?
tell you how that happened. I'd have to look back at the mission.
But we need to know because if they got on the ship without having to force aboard, then that's a danger for our ship as well.
Yeah, it's valid.
Well, it's honestly right now with the information we have, my bet is the ship had some form of maintenance issue. They stopped and then they were attacked by pirates.
Well, we would have seen exterior signs of force.
Nah.
They would have had to force their ways on board. I bet even being like, hey, we're pirates, they wouldn't have just been like, well, let's just open the airlocks then, whatever. Like, like that's kind of my thought.
Well, I can hack
Maybe
open
they-
a door without using. I can, digitally hack open a door rather than with an axe open a door.
Yeah, but you're a legend. Don't confuse idiots for legends like you.
That's fair.
I just shrug.
So
I'm trying
Maybe
to
they
find a
pretended to be
good
vacuum
image.
salesmen.
there's questions we need to get answers to aboard to protect ourselves. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna be sad if Alita dies next episode.
Oh god. Oh, if the robot just reaches over, grabs your arm, and accidentally kills you. That'd
Yeah.
be so fucking anticlimactic. I'm so sorry. That would be terrible. Pike would be absolutely livid.
I am going to.
Also, I feel like this is a Warren could solve it problem. Like if he could just
Oh,
get
Warren
on
can-
comms with the bots.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be like one round of combat and then it's gonna end, but like that one round of combat is decisive.
All right, so I'm gonna drop in the cast chat an image of what these perfected look like, in case you don't know, because I feel like I could just never do a
What
very
the
good
fuck
description of
is
what they look
that?
like when I was describing them.
That is not
Hmm.
movie stuff. What the fuck is that?
What did you think?
I don't know what that HR
I said-
Geiger thing is, but
Well, H.R. Geiger designed the original.
Yeah, he's the one
movie.
that did all the artwork or whatever.
I know.
But no, what I said was that is not some movie shit. What the fuck is that?
Yes, to be clear, these perfected have not been seen in any of the movies. The closest we've seen is maybe some of the background shots in Covenant. Maybe.
They look like hybrids.
Yes. Oh, it gets worse. Don't worry. It gets much more worse.
I'm just trying to think of one-liners for Pike when he starts fighting these things, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you think you're the next stage of human evolution? Bitch, I'm the next stage of human evolution.
That's fair. That is fair. Any other final thoughts before we wrap?
No,
Or
do
Dance,
stun
anything?
batons affect working Joes?
I mean, there's the
I don't-
blunt impact first off, so theoretically
Well,
there's that. But
he's
also,
talking about the stamina bit.
yeah, I don't think.
Not the stamina bit.
Yeah, I think that I don't know, because you could still zap them with any electrical system taking
Zappy
sudden,
bits.
I think it could still do the 1 round stun.
yeah, I feel like because they would like I think what it would translate is their electrical system being overloaded momentarily, and then once they figure out how to work around that, then they just continue going back to doing what they were doing. So the stun baton may not be a bad idea, or at least somewhat helpful.
I do have a lot of close quarters combat.
You're gonna need it.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting. Honestly, I'm waiting for Pike to join the melee and be like, "It's game on, bitches."
He just comes in
Like that.
clotheslines.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm picturing.
That fight is gonna be decided before Pike has any chance to intervene.
Yeah, could be.
They're either gonna win handedly, or those robots are just gonna break them over their knees and be like, "Intruders eliminated," and go
Yep.
back to beat booping down the hallway.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I obviously I'm not trying to kill anybody, but Kirk death is always a possibility. So I did
Yes.
try to kill Pike, but it just wasn't gonna work. It was one of those things where it's like, well, when I sat there, I was like, well, let's see if we can't kill Pike. Yeah, no, that's not happening. This will be fun. This will be an entertaining scene, though.
It's like trying to curb his paranoia and bloodlust.
Oh, listen, I want you. Hold on. One of the lines I literally wrote into my notes for that scene in particular with you. Let me see. Where is that? Where's that page? That's all about the Chimato. Let's see. This scene is really a chance for Pike to determine if he should kill Coblins himself or to see what he's going to do about his sabotage. I think I could check that block as yes.
Yeah. It's so hard not to kill goblins.
So what I wrote there, that I did have a secondary thing I wanted to reveal, which I'm not going to go into, but it should be obvious with all of that. But the plan for that really was Coblins. So what happened, and we've already pretty much figured this out, but Coblins woke up a day or two after the start of the FTL and had an easy wake up, so he didn't have to worry about all the 66 or whatever the fuck it was. Went in, set a timer for a emergency purge, for lack of a better word, of Pike being booted from his shit, so he would wake up all fucked up, and then
as far as Koblenz knew, like that emergency wake up has a pretty good chance at killing most people.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he knew that, so he knew the chances were not great, but it was definitely a non-zero chance of death. And so he was hoping for that, obviously. But also, if nothing else, he was trying to do it as a threat display. Warning, like, don't fuck with me, fucker. I will fuck your shit up. And he hasn't even had a chance to find out if it worked or not, because he woke up and was immediately knocked out, and then knocked out even further, and then quarantined comatose.
It's gonna be glorious when he finally gets his senses together, and it's because I just want him to know he's about to die before I watch Warren push that button.
Yeah, that'll be a chilling moment, I think. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting.
The chill of space.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Last chance. Rodance?
My poor character is going to get another point in a talent, I think.
Yeah? Do I need to drop something on you?
So I have Light Sleeper and Light Eater. I can't remember if there's one for breathing or not.
For breathing?
There is.
What's it called? I don't remember.
Shallow breathing? I don't know what it's called. But...
I don't remember what it's called, but it's in there.
Hold on, let me look in the rule book. I assume that's core, isn't it?
You only roll for air supply rolls half as often.
Mm-hmm.
General talent 78. Let's see. Bodyguard, calm breather. When making a supply roll for air, you get to roll 2 dice fewer than your supply level to a minimum of 1 die.
I would like to roll for that.
All right, make your wits roll. It is wits, right? Yeah, it is wits. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I had it before. I just now have it again.
I feel like given the radiation hazards and the hybrid problem, I feel like having more stamina might be nice.
You gonna put a point in stamina?
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, having more stamina is never bad. No matter what.
Can I get...
I use it to wake myself up, so...
What's up, Alita? Oop.
Can I get quick draw added
Anybody
to my
else have it?
character?
I thought I saw somebody
Yeah.
with it.
Pike does, I
probably.
think.
No, Pike just has his guns
No?
out.
Okay. All right, well then I'm gonna roll, I guess, for it.
Oh,
Give
I
me a
saw
second.
somebody with quick draw. Hold on.
And if
Hold
he
on.
gets caught without a gun, his hands are more dangerous than some firearms, so he has no use for quick draw.
Yeah,
I don't have quick draw anymore. I think my character had it before
I
we
know a
changed
character that has it.
campaigns.
That
He's
might have been what it
not in
was.
this universe. Not yet, anyway.
He's the
Okay,
only one who
I'm
got
rolling.
a good ending too.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
I
he
do I
was.
roll without stress or whatever?
Yes, without stress.
Boop.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh,
Quick draw,
spelled it
which is going to be very useful in a second.
yeah, because if I'm not, how's it? It's you can draw your weapon. You don't even. It doesn't even cost an action.
Yeah.
Anybody else getting talents or anything? Well, no, Pike. You just said you're gonna probably put another point into Stam.
Yeah, I think that's the call here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. Let's put those points.
All right. Well, on that note, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider smashing all the buttons, liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, etc., etc. Actually, I think that's all. I don't think there's any. But anyway, stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy dark place, so make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we are out of here. See you next time. Have a good one.